What's going on, guys? Welcome to Pops and the Henry Brothers Podcast. We are your hosts. And y'all know what we finna do, man. We finna do this thing, man. Let's make it.
Let's get it. Pat Jr. over here, and we got the forefather, a.k.a. Pops, whom the original show is named after. And, yeah, so let's get into it. But before we do that, we really have to get into showing you something that we're very proud of. We've said it time and time again. And if we're honest with ourselves, not everybody in every family has superstars and music stars in their family, and we did. So back in the day, what a lot of people don't realize, that Pops was an actual music icon, a legend. And
Put that up there, though.
he actually started a group called Snap back in the day. And I'm pretty sure that most of you who were around in the 80s and 90s can recognize this group once I put this up on the screen. So without further ado, we're going to show you a little bit from our history that we're very proud of Pops and his professional music career. They did a lot of tours. They traveled overseas. I mean, they were the bee's knees back in the day. So without further ado, let's get to it. Look at Pops. You tell me you recognize Pops. Pops was serious too with his jacket. And
What do you think about that, Pop?
so how was it touring?
Look at his face.
I want y'all to look at his face, man. Like, there's seriousness in his eyes. He got a message.
Well, he told you I will attack her. You don't want that.
Look at his eyes, y'all. Look how he looking.
I'm gonna have to put that on my playlist at work now, man.
She get it. Watch his eyes, y'all. And then I'm gonna give y'all a treat at the end, the slow mo. Boom. Even Pops laughed on that one. He had to break down.
CW said, "Wait, is this legit? I love this song." He actually think that's
It is legit.
You just as crazy,
right.
man. You just as crazy as this here video.
What are you doing, Trap?
I'm sorry.
You really believe that? Just, you come right out of a funny tune.
He said, "I hit this on my DJ gigs."
Oh my goodness.
C-Dub, what's up, man?
See them, bro, man, bro. Come on, man. I know you didn't believe that mess for real.
Man.
You come right out of a comic book.
Man, you come right out of a comic.
What's up, brother?
Hey,
What's
man.
up?
You know, Pops.
You know what? I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Pops tried to keep that under wraps for a long time.
Well, too, but I mean, how you can keep under wraps that you're a mega star, like a world star? But listen, I got to do this real quick.
I told him to be proud of it, man.
You come right out of a comic.
Look how he turned around.
That's what I just said, guys. Man, you come right out of a comic.
Now,
Look at Ron.
if somebody don't know the difference, that shows you.
Man,
I don't show you nothing. And what it is, it's the power of persuasion. Some people believe anything.
the power of what? Persuasion?
Yeah, some people believe anything you say.
You said yeah?
Man, that chick is persuasion.
Believe anything somebody say.
Oh, man. Oh, man, that's just... It don't make no sense.
I hope
man.
y'all don't believe all that mess they be giving y'all.
Well, let's get some music going here while we welcome the guests in.
Yeah, not that other music.
I mean, that other music was the bomb. You got to admit.
don't
And
think
could you
What's going
please
on? What's
move
going on, Miss Evelyn?
and adjust your phone, Pops?
Brandon's in the house.
What's going on? We got Ron backstage and Chris backstage. We're gonna get them on. And while we're getting them on, let's hit the applaud button. Second from the left on the bottom. Ron, what's going on? C-Dub, what's going on, man?
What's up, C-Dub?
Y'all let us know how the sound is too, how everything's balanced out.
I survived drywall hail.
You been with that drywall, is you, man?
That drywall about killed me last week. You could ask Ron. I was ready to cuss somebody.
Man, I used to hate that work. God, I used to hate that work. Jesus.
Luckily, I had a guy that was like, "I'll do it, but you got to get the materials." I'm like, "All right, cool, got you."
Yeah.
And then when he was like, "Oh, do you have some guys to help us put it up?" I'm like, "Well, who's putting it up?" He's like, "Well, me and you." And I'm like,
Dang. That's messed up. He was like,
You didn't
what is-
say that part.
like, what is this bull crap?
I couldn't cuss him out because I needed the job
Because you
done.
needed him to do the job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I'm glad you survived it, brother.
Me and you.
Miss Evelyn, how are you doing, by the way? Glad you could join us. Give you a little applause real quick. Now, Brandon, are those money signs? Or are that like are those frogs? What is that?
I think those are frogs.
Frogs, ain't it?
Oh. Man, you come right out of a comic.
All right.
That's for you, Pops, I guess.
I told him he come right out of a
Oh
comic.
man.
What's up, Brandon?
So in case you guys didn't see
He's
it,
ready to leap, I guess is what he said.
Come
there's-
on. When you leap, I'm just going to jump out of the way and let you just go on by.
for anybody who's tuning in who wants to join us by video, I'm going to
Yeah.
put this the very first comment in the comment section is the link, and I just put it up on the screen also, is the link to join us by video. And I think Chris and
Come on in.
I'm sorry,
dog.
C-Dub.
Come on in.
My bad. Government name. C-Dub and
Hot dog.
and Ryan might have used it. So, and then also, I'm also gonna put up our YouTube channel. Please, if you don't mind, go to our YouTube channel and like and subscribe. And I think we're up to right at 40, so we're still just kind of gaining some steam. And also, what's the name of your YouTube channel, Chris? C-Dub?
It's C-double-28, and yeah. So
Yeah, put
and
it
by the
put
way,
it in the
guys,
comments.
Go to your YouTube.
Put it
Yeah,
in the
I will.
comment section for him if you don't mind. Yeah,
Yeah, I could do that, but also
and then that way I can put it up.
Should be one.
Yeah, and let you guys know if you ever want to be a part of the show, just hit me up. Love to have y'all on.
Yes,
All right,
absolutely,
all right.
man. That way we can collab because you always come
And
on and support us.
Look, because we'll come. You could not just wrestling now. We can also talk football too. So you guys
Yeah.
are invited.
Absolutely.
Oh, we love
We'll do
some
it.
wrestling now.
Hey, see,
Hey, we love wrestling, bro.
I've been trying to keep up with wrestling here lately, just
Yeah.
not getting back into it. So I'm kind of trying to catch back up with everything first before I come on. I want to know what's going on. So it's like, man, it's brand new now. Like everything is different now. So
Bro, just jump in because we actually will educate and help people and kind of
Yeah,
catch
yeah,
up there.
for sure.
So we don't.
I've
there's
been
no
watching
shame.
every week,
Yeah,
trying to catch. I
just
know
don't
the
watch
gist of it.
AW because that'll just put you to sleep. That'll make a.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You want to find the drug for narcoleptic? Watch AW. You be asleep.
yeah. Well, see, when AEW first started, I was on them. I was on them hard. I was watching them.
Oh, me too.
They was good starting off, but then it, it fizzed out because it was something new. Everybody was excited, and then but now it's like they're trying to certain matches like Nightingale. I like Nightingale.
Oh yeah, me too.
Some of the women matches are really good. But she's actually a good wrestler though. Besides the looks, she's actually a good wrestler.
Easy, fella.
I'm just saying.
Hey, look, I love me a curvy woman. It's all good, man.
Yeah. I like the Swerve thing, and I think the Hurt Business, so to
Yeah.
speak, is supposed to be coming back somewhat. I guess.
Yeah, we got Sheldon there, and we got MVP. So
And
we'll
Bobby
see where
Lashley's
it
on the
goes.
way.
Yeah. Oh, he should be very soon.
They need to start it back up over there, but I don't know what they're gonna call it, but it'd be cool.
Thanks for putting that up, C-Dub. I got you. I'm gonna throw your comment, that comment up real
Alright,
quick that's
no
showing
problem.
your YouTube channel. C-Double-28. Y'all go check him out, like and subscribe.
Absolutely.
We gotta support each other in this community. There's enough eat for everybody to eat. I'll put it that
Yeah.
way. It's enough for
And
everybody to
even
eat.
Ron, and look, Ron has like 50 different shows, but he's always on my channel. He makes time, man. Him and April, they always
Look.
no matter what.
So what you saying, C-Dub, is
Say, what you trying to say, man?
if you need your initial 50 subscribers, you can just do like Ron and get like 25 at 2 subscribers each, and then
Run.
Got
Tell
it.
him.
Tell him I'm sitting.
joking,
Ron, tell him I'm sitting right here, man.
Give them. Okay, you know what? We did him wrong. Give him a chance to speak up. Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead, Ron. We listening. 25 and 2, man. That's 50.
Oh my God.
And let him give you a chance to rebuttal or defend himself. Go ahead, Ron.
I'm not messing with y'all.
C-Dub started it though, and in our defense, C-Dub started it.
Yeah. Well, here's the beautiful thing about Ron. God bless him, because what's hilarious.
That's what people in the South say when they about to rip you a new one.
No, I'm not ripping. That's for somebody in Texas. But anyway, but no, for Ron, it's hilarious. Everybody should know now. If you see April Thomas, you go, "Oh, that's Ron." We got guys like on Off the Mark. I love Off the Mark. He always goes this radio seductive voice. Hey, April, so good to see you.
And have to be reminded again that it's Ron. Yeah.
And I always laugh. I'm like yelling from my house. It's Ron.
Yeah, Ryan, you need to cut that out, bro.
Yeah, you try to be nice to the missus, and then you realize it's Ron.
Ron, just tell him, say, man, you can't be nice to nobody nowadays. Just say, I can't be nice to nobody.
Ryan need to come in and say, "It's me, it's me."
What was it, Jerry, who does the wrestling? He actually wrestles. But what's funny is we were reading off comments, and Jerry goes, "Oh, it's April. Oh, nope, I remember now. This is Rumble." He like just combined.
Kind of caught himself. Yeah, to expound on the wrestling thing, Brandon Howard says, yeah, when they choked, and the comments up, when they choked Byron Danielson with a plastic. I'm sorry, Brian Danielson with a plastic bag with his hands free. I put a fork in AEW. He said he was done.
Brother, I saw that mess a mile off.
He said he was done.
You know, all right, I got full disclaimer. When watching AEW, I would watch and I would always like be into it, and then it hit me one day. It's like, I'm not going to watch AEW. And I was like, listening to some podcasts, but I kept getting messages. And I'm like, what the heck? They were tweeting every result and every move. And I'm going, so basically, if you don't watch the show, just stay on Twitter, have AEW up, and they'll tell you everything. They do it with the pay-per-view, with collision, with everything.
Oh yeah, you can't be on Twitter or Facebook when that stuff is going on. They're going to spoil everything, dog.
Golly, man.
People can't hold nothing.
My thing is, what's the use of having a pay-per-view for that organization if they're going to put everything out on Twitter? Like put a few moments to kind of tease you to get you, okay, what's happening, but
or make you want to pay for it.
Hold on, let me finish. Yeah, for real.
It makes you want to pay for it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, guys. It's your show.
No.
You good?
I was just gonna say, what's going on, Falcons fan forever? He was saying, "What up?" I was just
Go ahead, guys. It's your show.
Good to see you. Good to see you, Falcons fans forever. Now who? Remind me, please, because I'm still learning names, man.
I like that, man. I like that.
Okay, RETV. Let me know who you are, because I'm still learning names, and I know I've seen you in the last 4 weeks. And then Falcons fans forever, just remind me, because I'm still trying to learn names for some of these YouTube accounts. So
it's a lot of Falcon fans, this and that, so I get a little confused at times.
I got you. Thanks for that, Falcons fans. We're good too, bro.
Like
appreciate that.
Kids. We don't die. We just multiply.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're getting ready to officially get started here in a second. We're just giving time for people to come in and
talk with us.
We finna get to it.
Come on in the house, guys, and take your shoes off and let's get to this.
Yeah, don't mess up the carpet now. Golly.
Don't mess up the carpet.
That's right.
Whenever y'all ready, we'll go.
So we got of course we have tops to talk about. At the end of the show, we'll do our weekly picks and whatnot. And as it stands right now, you want to tell them the score, Trap, as far as weekly picks where we are in the season going into week 7?
Well, Patrick and Pops is tied with a win. With what, 2 wins and a tie. And I have a win, so I gotta catch up. But
that's how close this race is.
So they're tied right now, but that's gonna change real quick. So
yeah,
I gotta get back right.
I can tell you how it's gonna change.
These picks, man.
Either me or Pops is gonna take the lead. That's how it's gonna change.
These picks has been crazy. For somebody that's only won one championship, you talk a lot. You know that? Like real talk.
He's right. I've only won one in 8.5 years.
Only to my 4. I mean, but who's counting? You know what I mean?
Are you done? You done telling everybody, that you won the most championships?
Dad got 3. So you got to catch up to him. He's got 3.
Hold on. He was just pointing the way.
you sound like real confident for somebody who only got one championship belt.
C-Dub, that was totally unnecessary, brother. That was messed up. That was messed up. That was messed
Don't
up.
worry, we're three yeet. Don't worry.
That's how he is, though. Because here's the thing about it: even if Travis wins this week, me and Pop still be ahead by a half a win. So,
But that just means I'm one step closer. That's all it means.
but if one of us wins, you one step further away.
I didn't
I
ask
guess-
you guys that y'all want some, but my manners. What my manners at?
Oh yeah, we got the game on the side of our podcast, so we watching the game also.
Okay.
That's good, Ron. That's some good stuff there, man. Cowboy juice.
And what's going on, Nate?
Cowboy juice.
Nate say Pop still breathing over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh no! His time is coming. we didn't butter them up. It's like a turkey, you know. We didn't got them all comfortable over there and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
so it's
hey,
coming.
Nate, you know how the champ do in the Hall of Night? I'm ready.
What's up with these new Broncos uniforms?
Some people are doing throwbacks.
You see how the champ was doing, Ron? I'm ready.
I'm not liking
That's why I'm gonna talk with y'all tonight when y'all start talking junk.
Yeah.
You.
these new Bronco uniforms. I'm not liking them. Not feeling them.
Let me read a comment real quick from Kevin. So Kevin says, "What up, Henry? I ain't never been so excited for a Vikings-Lions game before in all my 30 years of being a fan. The NFC
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
North has never been this stellar. It's a good division this year.
Vikings
And
back, man.
usually-
Vikings back.
usually-
Yeah, right now y'all might have the hardest division right now.
Yeah.
No, they ain't got the hardest division.
Usually,
Lions, Vikings, Bears, they all around the same rate right now.
They all have 4 wins.
We
yeah.
got pretty
So-
hard
They all got
division
4 wins in the division, bro.
yeah.
I didn't say
So
we
right
win.
now, they are
And
the
and
hardest
the, and the
division.
Packers, yeah. Finish this comment. The
That's the
NFC,
hardest
the
division
NFC
right now.
North has never been this stellar. Usually, the Bears hold the NFC North back as a division. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, like we were just saying, it's arguably the best division right now at this point in the season.
What the NFC East got going on?
You know, you usually had your AFC North,
Y'all division ain't got much going
your
on.
Three,
AFC
4, 2,
West,
3,
you know.
2, and 2, 4. That's the division.
Yeah, but y'all,
We right in the middle of it, huh?
Y'all ain't, I mean, y'all
Are
ain't
you,
got too
well,
much.
Pops, what are you making an argument for?
No, I was talking. I said they
Because that's
division
what I
ain't
am,
got
an analyst.
much- Ain't got much. going on.
Look,
Y'all feeling me? I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Did you see how he stood up straight and his neck started stretching like this? He's like, okay, I'm an analyst.
It's getting kind of hectic. Come on with it. Come on.
Pops is just remembering that Snap song, man. He was like, look, I got the power. I'm an analyst.
I'm feeling you, dog. I'm feeling you.
The way he said that with such gusto, like he said it with his chest, like he stuck his chest out there, because I'm an analyst.
So C-Dub, Pops was killing it back then.
That was Patrick.
It was like that, Pops. You literally said, because I'm an analyst.
When he did Snap back then.
I raised up and did it, dog.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry, man, my bad.
Guys, can I get some silence?
Oh, my
on the
God.
set? Good.
Yes, I'm sorry, Trap. My fault.
I was saying Pops was killing it back then when he did Snap, man.
He was.
He was top notch, man.
Man, Pops, that was one, man, you all were one of my favorite bands, man. It hits in the heart.
I ain't gonna be dapping to that lick. No.
I wanted to be like you, Pops.
You know what? Let's just one more time.
Man, I used to like you, man. I don't like you right now, dog. I don't like you all right. No, I don't like you all right now, man.
What's going on screen, though?
Stop it,
Look, take a good look, everybody.
Hey, that was a powerful image right there. That was some powerful imagery that you did back then. It stands to this day, honestly. Like, if you think about
It
you was
inspires
ahead
me.
of your time back then.
man. Y'all know what? I don't like none of y'all.
And it's a powerful image
I don't
too.
like none of y'all right
That's a
now.
powerful image too.
Man, get that off the screen, dude. Come on, man. Let's do a podcast.
Dad, if that's not your doppelganger, I don't know what's going
That ain't
on.
my
bro.
man. You are man. Come right out.
Did you say doppelganger?
Yeah, man. Come on.
What'd you say, Ryan? What'd you say, Ryan? Hey,
He ain't say nothing.
Look at Nate. Look at Nate. Nate got the fist up. Check out the comments.
Oh, Nate, it's like that.
On the
Okay.
screen.
You with them, Nate. Okay, I see you.
There you go, C-Dub. There you
That ain't
go.
right, man. That ain't right. Hey, none of y'all no good, man. None of y'all no good. None of y'all, man. God. Can a brother get a friend somewhere?
Yeah, but one more time though, man.
No. Don't get it out of your system, man.
So, Pops, is that where you won the Pip of the Year? Pops, is that where you won the Pip of the Year? With those aquatic shoes?
Come on, man.
Oh man, all right, okay.
Man, being a pimp is hard work now. Being a pimp is hard work now.
You get the point, but I gotta let it play out though, since it's already right there. I mean,
I'm tired of looking at that man's fist, man. I'm tired of it.
How you gonna be tired looking at your own?
it's your own fist.
That's not mine. That's not my name.
Why you say it like that? That's not mine.
That's not my name.
Travis, when you perform, it's hard to watch yourself perform.
See,
because
there you go. Look at you.
Right.
Look at Brandon's comment.
That's why Pops is so upset, man.
Man,
Man, I hope tomorrow you go in, you gotta do more sheetrock. Tell me about it when you go in. I hope you gotta do more sheetrock. Oh man.
Hey,
So-
Brandon holding the fist up there.
I see him. I ain't standing by Brandon.
Hey, from now on, we're gonna make this a part of the show, guys.
Oh no.
When y'all come in, every time we start a show, y'all put y'all fists in the comment section.
don't do that.
We're gonna start this with you, Pops.
Oh God, it's an honor of you, Pops.
I don't know, man. Can we just get on with the show?
Yeah, we're finna start.
God, man.
Fight back, baby. Fight back.
Fight back, man.
It's too many, man. I can't.
Fight back, man.
Oh. Man, look, see, I'm not doing all that, man. See, I'm bigger than better than all
I
that.
gotta fight.
I'm above all that, bro. I'm above all
Like
that.
this.
Hold on, we'll do it like Jake the Snake did.
I'm above all that, man. I'm bigger than all that, man. I'm letting y'all kids go ahead and get your fun out. Get your fun on.
Hey, Pop. Right on, my brother.
Right on.
Right on. Okay. Right on. Okay.
I'm just here. I made a sandwich. I'm just ready to go.
You done made a sandwich?
I got you. No, I'm just setting it up.
I was up
Brother
in the
man.
fourth floor.
You know,
I just remembered.
Hey, dog. You remember Brother Man, don't you? Every time you turn
Yeah, I
around, he
love
making a
Brother
sandwich.
Man.
I love him, man. How you get in that
How
house?
in my kitchen? Because I was hungry.
I'm from the fifth floor.
Oh my God, I loved everybody loved Brother Man. Everybody loved him, man. Oh my God.
Hey, Kevin, I agree with you about Tony Khan being weird, and he's the Rick Moranis of wrestling, bro. That's basically what I call him, because
Yeah.
he reminds me
Man,
of
that's
Rick
insult to
Moranis.
Rick
Read that comment real quick.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of Rick Moranis.
He said Tony Khan may be a weird guy, but AEW wrestling is more entertaining and deep to me than WWE, who are like the boy that cried wolf. They had their time yesteryear, and WWF used to be awesome with Rob Van Dam, I think, and them.
Yeah, they was cool. Then. They was cool.
Yeah, but AEW will never be better than WWE, bro. I don't care how bad WWE had gotten
You know
at one
that-
point. Then it got back up to prominence now.
You know what though?
Never.
You can't help but to wonder what would have happened if WCW had not sold out, and you'd have WCW and I guess of WWF then, and then eventually
Well,
WWE.
Vince bought WCW.
I know what I'm saying is I'm wondering if that had never taken place.
If Turner
what would be
actually
the
sold it to Bischoff versus selling it to Vince,
Yeah.
that has been always one of the what ifs.
yeah? You know what I'm saying? Because WCW, I mean, with a couple of right moves,
Personally, that was my favorite.
yeah, they
I
could
liked them better over
yeah,
WWE.
they could have overtaken WWF with a couple of right moves and getting a few more stars, and WWF not hanging in there.
I mean, the pillars. You had Sting, you had Ric Flair, you had Goldberg, you had Hogan.
WW was
Booker T.
like
You still had some of the old class. You still had I think the Four Horsemen was still in there. You had some of those,
the new
couple of those,
Four
group- the new Four Horsemen.
Guys, every Tuesday and Thursday night we was there.
And then
They had took us all,
you
man.
still had I think the Road Warriors still hung around for a while.
Yeah,
in
they hung
WCW,
around for a
right?
while.
And then the Steiner brothers.
most
yeah.
of WW though. That's when they
Well,
was.
Scott Steiner was on the last episode, so yeah.
Yeah, the last episode.
Him
Yeah.
and Booker T wrestled for the title.
But WWE, that's where they live, man. That's
It just makes me wonder what would have happened. You know what I mean? And I think because in my opinion, this is my opinion. I'm not as up on wrestling as y'all, but it seems like WWF was left no choice but to buy it out because they were probably going to get overtaken. That's just my
Have
opinion.
you ever watched the death of WCW?
No, I haven't.
I haven't.
It's
It's on Hulu.
Okay.
and it's on Vice, but you can pull it up. It's like a 4-part series.
Okay.
Check that out. You'll be very impressed with it. It actually, I think it did a very good job, and it's like this. I've always said Bischoff is Lion Snake, or there's two Bischoffs. The Lion Snake, I just said, but also the guy that actually knows his stuff. But the Lion Snake is too busy wanting to kiss up to Hulk Hogan. You remove Hogan, you got a really smart businessman. You add Hogan, you have no business.
I know.
Yeah. I got you.
Hey, listen, I get what y'all saying, but man, I loved Bischoff and Hogan. That was part of what made me watch.
Yeah,
the NWO.
Back in the day.
Bischoff and Hogan.
And I guess
that's what made WCW.
And I guess Brendan is saying
I guess it got too much.
Yeah.
NWO, it got oversaturated after a time, but NWO, best group ever.
Yeah.
Faction ever, I think.
Yeah, and I think Brendan's saying what C-Dub's saying possibly is that WCW ended up letting the inmates run the asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mhm.
And then he says the death of WCW Monday Night Wars on WWE Network, Peacock.
Yeah.
They were trying to be radical because
but they did a really detailed 4-part series, which was funny because it was produced by The Rock. But,
Okay.
And one of the funny things is everyone's talking about WCW, and my son's going, "Wait a minute, what is he doing there? He wasn't in WCW."
they tried to be radical because they had to compete with WWE. They was WWF at the time. They was going back and forth. Some weeks WCW would win, WWF would win the next week. So they had to come up with crazy out of the box ideas, and it kind of went too far, and that's how it ended pretty much.
So
first topic.
Kevin said, but hey, I hate to repeat myself, but you'd laugh. You would have laughed a few weeks ago when I scared the living daylights out of a coworker of mine when I walked up behind him and hit him with that. Sure. Which one is that one?
Rest record.
Sure.
What's that dude's name again? Aki
name.
Takiaki.
I don't know his name.
Aki, you said his name like last
I
season.
was looking at his page at the time.
Oh, Aki. What's up? Whatever that dude's.
Something like that. I ain't gonna try to pronounce that. Dude.
Well, his slogan is the Aki way.
The Aki way. Yeah, there you go. The Aki way
I
was
don't
the
know
slogan.
his name.
I got
know
you.
it's Aki.
Yeah, that was the slogan I was thinking about.
But anyway, on to the first topics, guys. You guys ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we're
We're gonna let y'all get off some of that hostility y'all got.
There's plenty of hostility. You might as well brace yourself.
Let them get out of that hostility.
Hey, Ron.
They said no.
He might as well brace himself.
I'm good. Hey, bring it on.
I'm gonna let y'all get
Hey, I'm gonna do like the guy did on Harlem Night. You know how he did? Honey, how you doing? I ain't never coming home. Come on, bring it on. Bring it on.
I'm gonna let y'all get it out your system so I can get to the topic.
What?
Yeah,
What's happening?
You didn't see Harlem Night? The gangster, when he called his wife and child because he had met this prostitute. And then I guess he showed him a good time. He said, "Hey, honey, how you doing? I ain't never coming home." That's why I'm telling y'all, come on, get it on, get it over with. Yeah, that was messed up money.
I don't know what that's got to do with this, but go
It's
ahead.
got a lot to do with it. That bring it on. Bring it on.
But
Yeah.
I
All
was
right,
gonna say something, but I keep it.
No, this is a podcast. You come to talk, then you eat. Let's do this.
Go ahead, Ron.
Don't be
What am I hearing in
scared.
the
Don't be scared, Ron.
Music.
Don't be
No,
scared.
talking.
Oh,
You need a bottle. You need some. You need a handshake. You need a hug.
I was gonna say, where was that when Dallas was getting that?
That's what Dallas did. They said, "I ain't never coming home no more." That's what they did. That's what they did, right? Oh, we gonna get into that. We gonna get into
all right,
that.
we'll get into it. Let's. So the
We gonna get into that.
first topic.
Yes.
Oh man.
All right. First topic, we're getting into these trades. Devontae Adams get traded from the Raiders back to be reunited with Aaron Rodgers.
That's odd.
Yeah.
That was odd. That was odd. That was so
How in the world did he end back there like that?
Bro, would you let me finish this?
I'm trying to
Let me finish
I'm
it
trying to make it
first.
interesting while you talk. All right, go ahead.
Let me get to the topic.
Yeah, because you ain't interested enough.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
You got to
You ain't interested enough, so Pop got to make it. That's right.
I'm sorry.
He's an analyst.
I'm an illness, man. Go
All
ahead.
right. Since you want to start
No,
off,
go ahead.
well,
No, go ahead. No, man, go ahead.
No, we're gonna let you start on the topic.
No.
You're full of energy. So
No.
We're gonna let you start the
No,
topic.
we're not. Go ahead on. Let's stick to the
That's the
program.
topic. He gets traded.
No.
Damn.
I'm playing with you, man. Go ahead.
You said no, and then you won't let him
I'm
talk.
messing with him. Go ahead, man. Go
All
ahead.
right, man. Listen, man.
It's all about him. It's all about Pops. That's what it's all about. Look, that's what it's all about.
Davante Adams getting traded from the Raiders. Back to the Jets being reunited with, it ain't personal, Aaron Rodgers. How do you feel about it?
You told me I was too excited, so
No. You first. You
Let me try to make me talk now. I'm gonna wait.
How do you feel about it?
But you said I was too
Dad,
excited.
we're in the topics now.
The coach slayer.
Let it loose.
That's very peculiar. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying no more.
And that's all you got to say.
You said I'm excited. I'm gonna stop.
That bit right there.
Don't y'all think that's odd?
Look at that face. He's like,
But don't y'all think that's odd? That they end back up like that. Aaron Rodgers gets what he wants, man. Aaron Rodgers gets what he
Coughed on my
wants.
drink.
Go ahead. Well, don't y'all agree with me?
Well, Aaron Rodgers, he's got the power.
We're gonna start calling.
That's basically what it is.
We're gonna start calling Aaron Rodgers the coach slayer because
Yeah.
he be getting some coaches fired.
He already got that nickname. It's been out there.
Yeah, I already got it.
but it needs to stick now.
Yeah.
Oh, it has stuck.
it's stuck.
Yeah.
So if Dad ain't gonna start, I'll start. I feel like it's a great thing him being back with Aaron Rodgers. I feel like, this could put the Jets over the top, at least get them back to being competitive and being a winning team. He need to get away from the Raiders. Raiders are in rebuild mode, whether they know it or not yet, but they're in rebuild mode pretty much. You're gonna see some more trades coming from the Raiders to get some picks to build that team back up. They need a true quarterback, and
The Raiders, yeah.
yeah, Raiders need a quarterback, man. So I feel like they're finna start trading people off, getting some picks, build that team back up. They in rebuild mode. And as far as Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams, that's perfect. I mean, that's his boy. So I feel like it's a good thing. How you feel about it?
I feel like it may make a little bit of a difference, but not much, because the Jets have organizational problems, not just positional problems. They had a lot of young talent, and they were all the rave throughout the whole league 2 years ago. Remember when they started rebuilding? They had that killer defense, and the only thing they needed was the quarterback. And then he got hurt at the beginning of the season, but they were still, barely losing some tough games, won a couple of good ones. And you looking at that team, you're going, man, if Aaron Rodgers would have been healthy, fill in the blanks. Then the first year he's back healthy, the whole year so far, then you realize there's something else with that. It's something else. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's just like organization, but it's just not with the talent that they have. They should be winning more games. But then you got to point to the quarterback, right? It's not that Aaron Rodgers is not as capable as he's always been, because he's for a quarterback who's been playing as long as he has, he still can do most of the things that he has always done, even with the injury. It's just some of his decision making and some of his chemistry with his teammates. That's something that, as a quarterback, that should be most important. That should be just as important as, can you throw a 70-yard pass? You know what I mean? Can you scramble out of pocket? Can you bolster your team up in chemistry and keep the morale of your team where they all fight with you and for you? You see what I'm saying? And I don't see that with the Jets right now, because it's like you got the Jets, you got Aaron Rodgers, and then you got the people upstairs. It's like three different parts that's kind of working separate. That's just my opinion.
Well, let me add something on that. Patrick, Aaron Rodgers still got that thing, make people want to play with him. I've been noticing that he's still the best that I've ever seen it with a Hail Mary. I ain't seen no quarterback better than Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how he do it, but he does it. But the thing I'm looking at Aaron Rodgers, I see a little fall off, guys. He's 40 years old now?
Mm-hmm.
That's about right.
But some of the things that's going on, I'm not saying he's not still good, but I'm watching a little fall off, y'all. Some of these things is on Aaron Rodgers. And I won't say no more. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I give you that.
Yeah, but the thing I'll say about that also,
But he's still the man now.
Piggybacking off that is Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams, man, he comes there to help that team.
Yeah.
Some of the struggles that Aaron Rodgers been having.
Yeah, I agree.
That receiver.
Yeah,
I mean, he got Garrett Wilson, yes,
yeah.
but he need more than that.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? He got Breece Hall and he got Braylon Allen in the backfield, which is a hell of a running back combination.
Yeah.
But
They're going to get better now. Yeah.
But you add Davante Adams along with Garrett Wilson, they got something. They weren't-
I am remiss.
You believe Aaron Rodgers asked them to go get him? Do you?
Yeah.
No, he didn't have. He said, get him.
There you go. He said, get him.
I am remiss.
And then it's going to make a difference, guys.
I am remiss because I probably
Ron got something to say.
I probably didn't hit on that enough with the Devontae.
Well, you're letting us come in. You're giving us something to say.
Devontae Adams thing. But yeah, I mean, like I said at the beginning of my spiel, that'll help. it's just a matter of. But them two is not gonna win games and do what they need to do by themselves either.
Shit, but they don't need to be by themselves. They're helping each other now. That's the point. So that's gonna help the Jets, bro.
Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
But what you got to say about it, Ron?
But we all missing one thing. Why Adams left Green Bay?
Mm-hmm.
And Rodgers hit homie, right?
Yeah, but money, man. They didn't want to pay him.
Okay, but you tell me and Rodgers cannot speak up for his boy?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he probably did, but at the end of the day, they're gonna do what they want.
Yeah, and well, there's two things I see with that is, Ron, if you don't mind me, is they probably wanted to keep everybody, but at that time they felt like Aaron Rodgers was more of a value than the receiver or whatever, or whoever the other one or two players was leaving. However, when it got to a point to where the decision that they made wasn't working out, then they looked at it and go, now we don't see the value of paying you that much. So that's got to make you think too. If he was really, still the premier guy like we were talking about, why did they not feel like it was? I think why did they not feel like it was, worth it to keep paying him?
Allegedly, now, Patrick.
I don't think they can afford both, though. I don't think they can afford both.
Yeah, but keep your quarterback. You got Aaron Rodgers already paying him.
Well, Aaron Rodgers fell out with Mike McCarthy. That's why that happened. And then he kind of went sour with the team after that.
Yeah, who left first? Was it Aaron or Mike? Because Mike been gone.
It was Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this is my point.
He went sour with the organization.
Yeah, well, but here's my point though. If you go sour with the organization, but you that dude, you that dog, if they feel like you're worth it, they can put up with the being sour and all that stuff. If they feel like
Aaron Rodgers' ego, man, some people. They got tired of it, bro. They couldn't put up with it.
I guess my point is, if you that dude still, they gonna put up with that if they think you're gonna be that dude to go out and win games and get another chance to get another chance.
But they put up with it as long as they could, but they just couldn't.
Well, that's my point. So that part outweighed what they saw as value. Right. That's really what it comes down to. They outweighed. Do we think his value outweighs what we have to deal with? And it didn't at the end. That's point blank.
All right, C-Dub, what you think on this? How you feeling?
Ron, finish up what you were gonna say, brother.
Yeah, sorry, Ron.
All I was gonna say. I mean. If they were really friends, I expect Aaron Rodgers to speak up for Adam in Green Bay.
That's what good quarterbacks do. You're right.
But how do you know that he didn't, though, Ron? That's the thing.
Because if he did, they would have never traded him.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I kind of believe Ron what he said.
That's not true though, bro. Like people speak up for people all the time, but that don't mean.
I think it's speculation on both sides.
Yeah, we don't know, so we can't say that.
So majority of the time, the great quarterbacks, but they say go. Majority of the time,
that's right.
That's where it is now.
And I can't sit here and say that there's no possible way that Ron could be right. Because he could be right.
My money's on what Ron said. If I'm gonna have to bet either way, my money's on that quarterback.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's all speculation.
And it might not be.
Right, it is. But if Reed's so cool and you trust me to be the quarterback, let me keep my top five.
Yeah, he got grounds to talk. True. He got a place to come from and talk.
Y'all know how many top quarterbacks have lost their top weapon? And I'm pretty sure they tried to talk to the front office and you see how it goes.
There ain't many of them.
Yeah, you probably seen it play out both ways.
I'm talking about the big time ones. They don't. No.
You probably seen it play out both ways.
I don't believe it, y'all. The big time quarterback, the name brand, they don't get too much taken from them.
It comes down to what's good for the organization. If they feel like they can afford you financially, business wise, then they'll keep you. If they feel like you're gonna be a hindrance to the team, then they gotta move.
They could regardless
of how big you are.
If you're that way, I agree. The quarterback don't want you.
Before Ron finishes, let's make no mistake. They had the money to pay him.
Yeah,
they just didn't.
I don't know if they did.
Yeah, they had the money to pay him.
Both at the same time. I don't know.
No, they had the money to pay him. They could have kept him. It's just a matter of did they?
Do you know that for a fact though?
I don't know it for a fact, but they had the money to pay him. That's why it took so long for him to finally say, "All right, we're gonna move on," because they were still in talks.
I don't know.
I mean, that's all I just trying to say. If we really friends, we got that relationship. You're the quarterback. I'm the wide receiver. I'm trying to get paid. And you know I'm trying to get paid. Help me out here. If we really get friends. And Rodgers, to me, in my opinion, did not do that.
Here's the other thing, too, you got to remember. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, these guys took pay cuts for their receivers.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Aaron Rodgers taking a pay cut for. I could be wrong.
No.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is
I was finna say,
selfish in that way.
yeah,
That's my point too. Like,
But y'all got to understand now, that's a choice that the quarterback made. That ain't a going trend.
And it ain't
No.
something that.
Yeah.
it ain't-
But
But at the same
Because the
time,
quarterback didn't do what the other, that ain't got nothing to do with
but
it.
can I say this though?
They had money at the time. They
But
didn't
can I
need all
say
that
this
money.
though? The quarterbacks that did that, it's a going trend among the elite quarterbacks because those 3 quarterbacks I mentioned had more Super Bowl appearances, more playoff
I get
appearances.
what you're saying.
No, I
See what I
get what
mean?
you're
And
saying.
because they did what they needed to do
I
to
know what
keep.
you're saying, but let's not.
Yeah, hold on for a second. To keep a nucleus together that was being successful. So
Yeah.
so it's a trend among the upper echelon of quarterbacks, I imagine, right? Because if they're doing it and they're being more successful,
I don't agree with that.
Aaron Rodgers not doing it. He's been to a couple of NFC championships, but how many Super Bowls he been to? One.
I get what you're saying, but let's not get it twisted. That's not their job to take a pay cut.
No, that's what I'm saying. That ain't a trend.
It's not about the.
That's
No,
not
I
a
get what
trend.
you're saying.
That's not a trend.
Okay, all right,
bro.
okay, all right.
That's not a trend, dog. It is not.
What I'm saying is, it's not their job to take a pay cut to help their team to be better around them. If they choose to do that, if they feel like that'll get them further and win more
it's on
championships,
them.
whatever,
Yeah,
that's cool.
I agree with that.
But their job is to play their game and really get the most money as they can, and whatever the organization do, that's on them. Like they don't have nothing to do with that.
Those,
Really,
Yeah.
I mean, they can choose to do that, but because they don't,
Yeah.
it don't make them bad that
No,
they don't either.
I'm not saying it's
them
bad.
two
And I'm
guys-
not, and I'm
them
not,
two guys
and I-
made that decision.
And I'm not saying they have to. It's just, but at the same time, if we're comparing apples to apples or apples to oranges, the guys that did it were more successful.
No.
And so maybe I guess I'm just introducing that into
Not really,
into the
Not really.
yeah. I'm just introducing that into the equation of well maybe that's got something to factor into it too. Is like Aaron Rodgers could have been a move that he made that keep everybody together, and he didn't. He chose not
All
to.
I did trying to say, Tom
Aaron gonna
Brady
get his,
for
bro.
decades. He took less than everybody on the Patriots, so they defeat
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, that's so they were more successful.
The great ones back in the day, Johnny Unitas and Joe Namath, them guys didn't do that. So that ain't what you saying. Really ain't a trend, dog. It's just the individual quarterback that decide to do it. They do it. It ain't a trend. No.
I will say too though.
That's why you can count on one hand how many
You know,
of them
you
done that.
didn't have these mega contracts back then either. I mean,
They were just, but that still was the highest paid at that time. They were the highest paid was.
you know, I'm just saying. Chris with the C-Dub with the fist. Oh my God. Real quick, couple of comments before we move on to the next topic. After I read these comments,
to answer.
go ahead, C-Dub.
All right, look.
Oh my God, man!
Here's just a way I see this. Okay, so you're telling me Devontae Adams is going to pass rush or pass protect for Aaron? Because that's really where they need help is to protect his. Because
Yeah,
I'm going to
that's
go
true.
here. Pop said it. He is old. He's washed, and I'm saying he's washed. I don't care. In the beginning of the year, I told people Aaron Rodgers will not be a top 10 quarterback. He won't even be top 15 because he doesn't have it anymore. And you're seeing it right now. He wants to blame everybody else. He wants to get everyone. He threw his receiver under the bus after Monday Night Football. You know, he wants, but yet he won't take the blunt of anything.
Yeah.
The only person that loves Aaron Rodgers more than Aaron Rodgers, well, but maybe besides Devontae Adams, is Pat
Aaron Rodgers.
McAfee.
That's true.
Yeah, he love it, man.
Because that boy sucks off the teat of Aaron Rodgers. So anyway, but yeah, he's old, he's washed, and I think Adams, it's like this. It might work for a little bit. They may win a couple of games in a row, but when it starts getting crunch time, they'll lose again. Why? Because they're the Jets, and they deserve to lose because they suck.
But let me make it clear though. I'm not saying he washed up. I didn't say that. I see the trend. I see a trend in him.
And I was confirming what you said because
Yeah, I know.
that's
You were
what I
right.
was-
Man, you
I
see
was
some
seeing
stuff.
that.
Yeah, we see some
I'm
stuff going
seeing
on.
the same stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm saying because if you notice, okay, so the Hail Mary.
Nah, but I'm not saying he washed up though. But I'm just saying I see a trend.
Hold on. But did you see the Hail Mary? So it was only 2 people rushing. Of
That was
course
pretty,
you can
though.
throw it down there. That's like practice, man.
But he's
So
been
of
doing
course
that
you
for
can throw
years
it.
though.
Yeah,
He's been doing
he's
that.
always done that. He's
Yeah,
always
but
done that.
that's nothing
But
special
can
for
he-
him, you know.
Yeah, but lately though, take away the Hail Marys, he hasn't been throwing the ball that deep.
No, he hasn't.
like
That's
And-
true. See, that's what. Yeah.
It's not only that, but
they're
That's what I
challenging
saw.
that.
That's what I saw.
think about the last 2 games. How many interceptions has he had this year already? I think he's had 5, 4.
He got
Yeah,
4 already.
Yeah,
It might be 5 on that last. He threw
In that
another
last
one, yeah.
game, those last 2 interceptions that he threw, those are bad passes.
Yeah.
But you know what?
And that's not
And-
not like Aaron Rodgers.
and
And,
you know
and he
what?
was. It's not like he was like highly pressured on those passes. They were just bad
He was
passes.
trying to do too much. Sometimes
No.
quarterbacks get like
Listen,
that.
guys.
Those are bad passes.
Listen.
All right, so
What you said, C-Dub, I hear what you're saying, but I adamantly disagree about him being washed.
Yeah,
He's
I
not
told him I don't
washed.
agree with that.
Aaron Rodgers showed last week that he's not washed. Like
Well-
washed. I guess I look at washed different. Like you don't need if you wash, you don't need to be in the league. That's how I look at it.
No.
Washed.
I don't think he said it's already
saying,
there.
Saying
He said
he's not
it's
the Aaron
getting there.
Rodgers of okay, I get that.
Yeah.
But saying he's washed,
Yeah.
that's like
No, I'm
Real
saying,
quick,
I
real
am
quick.
saying, look, he doesn't inflict the fear that other defenses used to have. And
Yeah.
Ron, go for it, man, because I know
yeah,
you've
go
been
ahead,
saying
Ron. I'm
things
sorry.
for a
Yeah, go ahead,
while.
Ron. I was
Yeah.
about to say the same thing. Go ahead, Ron.
I just saying, do you think Father Times catch you up there? Right?
Yes.
All the time gets
Because
everybody.
I was gonna say I could see that process starting.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
The degradation.
I
Like
can see it
I'm not gonna
starting.
say I'm not gonna say he can't have another couple of good years
Yeah,
in the league.
y'all might want to wait and see what he's going to do with Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson together
No.
before y'all start jumping off a
Wait,
cliff.
no,
with
no,
this.
no,
No,
no.
These are some bad takes y'all
Hold
giving.
on for a
I didn't say
second.
he was washed
Can
up.
I-
I said I can see.
Can I
Y'all
finish?
talking about Aaron Rodgers?
Can I finish
bro?
here?
Are you serious?
Can I
Travis,
finish
you're not
here?
listening to
Can
what
I
I
finish?
said.
Can I
I'm listening to what
Can I
you
finish?
said.
I've
been listening this whole time.
But I'm just saying, you can have back patch. I said I see the trend. I can see look probably time they get to take
Y'all
a
gonna
bath.
eat all them words that y'all saying right now.
Travis, you ain't listening.
Let him finish,
I
let him
didn't say
finish.
he was washed up. I never said that.
Yeah.
I said I can see the trend of time they getting to get a hold to
Yeah,
it.
because you know he ain't washed.
Yeah, and his
He ain't
you
washed
saying.
up.
what-
He's not
Tra-
washed up.
what Travis just
But
did.
like my man said, he's not going to be the same exact everybody y'all thinking.
Yeah,
He's not.
but here's the trend.
That's fine to say, but-
what Travis just said is exposed as something that happens in sports all the
But
time.
Doug might see more than I see. Say.
Well, what Travis just did exposes something that happens in sports all the time. Someone can play at a very high level, very elite level. They're intimidating. They're respected. They are dominant. And then once they start that decline on that second half of their career, people are still looking at them based on their name and what they were known
No,
for.
that's not. You can't speak.
Hold on for a
me.
second.
Nope, you can't speak for
I'm
me.
not saying you. I'm saying people
Hold
in
on, you
general.
said Travis just said no. You can't speak for
I'm
me.
saying Travis.
That
just-
ain't what I said, y'all, and that ain't what I'm thinking.
What I'm
Travis
saying
can't
is-
speak for me.
I'm saying is
Period. He's
what-
saying this, not me.
What I'm saying is what Travis just said exposed something that happens in sports all the time. I'm not saying Travis is saying this. I'm just saying in general, a lot of times as fans in general, in the masses, somebody can be playing at a high level, but then once you start seeing that decline, even though they still can play fairly good, but you start seeing that decline, they're still looking at that person based on the name that they always had and like a past reputation. And I think we're starting to see that with Aaron Rodgers, like, because Travis said, well, it's Aaron Rodgers. I'm not saying you saying this. I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking it's hard for me to take this and have this take, but the more I think about it, I'm like, it's Aaron Rodgers, but dang, since it's Aaron Rodgers, he shouldn't be doing the things that he's doing. Those passes that he threw,
Wait. Let me.
but those passes that he threw.
I'll type it
In other words, if Devontae Adams was there, he would have missed Devontae Adams.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes,
bro.
because
he wouldn't have.
those were bad passes. Those were bad.
And this is what I'm saying
Hold
right
on.
here.
Someone was
Let me
paying
finish. Let me finish what I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying.
The passes
You
that
didn't
I'm
even watch the game, so how do you know?
Hold on. Let me finish this.
don't do that
The
now.
passes that I'm
You
referring the passes that I'm referring to, they weren't catchable balls. They were not catchable balls. If he had threw them to those receivers that he's got right now, they would have been first downs, 15, 17
Did you
yard
watch the
plays.
game?
Yes, 15, 17 yard plays, and then we wouldn't be having this conversation. But they weren't catchable balls. They were bad balls. If Devontae Adams would have been there, maybe he might have been a little more athletic to try to get it. But
Stop.
But the passes themselves were bad passes. And they were uncharacteristic of Aaron Rodgers, which shows the slow decline
Oh my god.
of who we've always known and thought of as quote unquote Aaron Rodgers.
But this is what I'm saying right here. That last pass that he made, it should have been a catch, but his receiver slipped and still had his hands on the ball. But the Bills defender came in there and swooped it out of his hand.
You talking about the Hail Mary?
No. At the end of the game, when they had a chance
was a touchdown.
when they had a chance to win the game, and they was driving, the receiver slipped. If you go back and look at the play, the receiver slipped and kind of had his hands on the ball, and the Bills defender came in and swooped in and took it out of his hand as he was slipping. If the guy would have stood up and stayed up, he would have caught that ball. Probably would have been a first down. They probably would have won that game versus the Bills. The man is not washed. That's the point.
Here's a better one. Here's a better one for you. If he had threw those bad passes and interceptions earlier in the game, they wouldn't have been in that position.
It doesn't matter. Sometimes
it does matter. It does matter.
No,
it does matter.
But what matters is if you got a chance to win the game, regardless of what happens earlier in the game.
My point is
that's why you make adjustments and you have a second half.
This is my
the game
point.
ain't over until it's over.
This is my point. Aaron Rodgers does not do that. Aaron Rodgers systematically and characteristically does not put his team in that position, and now he's starting to. If you can't see that, then maybe you're just missing that aspect of what we're saying.
I'm not even a big Aaron Rodgers fan, but I can see that. That's
but all I'm saying
sense,
is,
bro.
Wouldn't y'all say common sense logically? If you don't throw those 2 interceptions earlier in that game, you don't put yourself in that position to begin with.
So
that's uncharacteristic. Let me finish. And so, with that being said, that's not Aaron Rodgers. That means that there's a decline there, a little bit of a decline. He's not seeing the field as well. He's not seeing defenders in that area as well, and he's throwing inaccurate passes because they were inaccurate. Period. Bottom line. Yeah, I don't care who it is. If Tom Brady,
are you done now?
No, I'm not done. If Tom Brady throws an inaccurate pass, if Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton, whoever, if they throw an inaccurate pass, it's just an inaccurate pass, no matter who they are. And Aaron Rodgers threw 2 inaccurate passes that led to interceptions. Period.
And ain't no period. Now I'm going to
So
respond.
with that being said,
how can I respond now?
If you don't put his team in that position to begin with, then they're not trying to do a game-winning drive.
This man is.
That's all I'm saying.
Now, what I'm saying is this. What you're saying is, if you wouldn't have did this, you shouldn't have put yourself in that situation. That's every team. Teams do that, but they come back. That's why you got a whole game to play. If you come back and win, then you come back and win. If you put yourself in that position, things happen. It's football, bro. What we talking about here?
Because Aaron Rodgers doesn't do it.
Man, stop. Aaron Rodgers or anybody else do it. Tom Brady done it. What are you talking about?
Aaron Rodgers doesn't do that twice in a game like that. That is uncharacteristic, and that shows the decline.
Patrick Mahomes has done it. He's declining.
But I acknowledge what you're saying.
Patrick, Travis right on that because on that game between Dak and Pittsburgh, Dak done that and came back. He threw 2 interceptions, came right back.
Well, it's Dak.
So it does,
Roethlisberger done it.
What I'm saying, it
Some
happens.
point done it.
I'm just saying,
what are you talking about?
That does happen sometimes, guys. That's all I'm saying.
But that's football. The whole point is, it don't matter if you did it early in the game.
I'll give you a point.
What are you doing by the end?
I'll give you a point.
Are you giving your team a chance to win the game?
I'll give you a point.
But you still have your team in it.
My only.
As long as it ain't 0-0 on the clock, you got a chance to win.
My only point is this: I'm looking at the whole game,
and we acting like.
Hold on,
wait. When we acting like the other team ain't got good defenses to make stuff happen too.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at totality. Those 2 plays I'm talking about was solely on Aaron Rodgers.
Them was some bad passes.
It wasn't hurries. It wasn't deflected. Yeah. His receivers were in position. They were just bad passes.
But he even said himself, Paco. What
that got to do with the end, though? What that got to do with the end when you had a chance to win?
Because you're not at that point in the game if you don't put your team in that position to begin with.
That doesn't matter.
But you're glossing over.
No, I'm not glossing over it. Patrick,
is it a factor or not?
Patrick, that's football.
Is Aaron Rodgers known for playing like that?
And C-Dub, I'm gonna make a point right here.
Is Aaron Rodgers known?
I'm trying to answer if you let me talk. C-Dub just said a while ago. Jets deserve to lose. Jets suck. Why does he say the Jets suck? That's the point I'm making. That's why Aaron Rodgers is struggling. He's on the fucking Jets. What do you expect?
We were all, including yourself, a year and a half ago.
Does that make sense?
2 years ago, we're saying that the Jets.
If we're saying the Jets suck, and then you say, we shouldn't be making these type of moves. You shouldn't have did this. And you're playing with the Jets.
Get this, guys.
That's why they brought Adams in.
Get this, guys. Again, I'm gonna nail this point home. It doesn't matter what receiver was there. The ball was not accurately thrown.
That makes sense.
The ball wasn't accurately thrown to that receiver, so I don't care who you had there. You could have had Jerry Rice there for all I care. If the ball wasn't thrown to the receiver accurately, it would have been an interception. That's point blank bottom line.
But
I'm also this man sitting here with a straight face saying if they had Adams, he would have missed Adams. That's not true.
Because it was an inaccurate pass trap. But also
but to that guy.
But they also is this. The guy was in position. And Aaron saw him before he threw it, and he threw a bad pass. Now, you can't get around it. We can argue about it all you want to. Now, am I saying...
I'm around it already.
The other thing I'm going to say is, we were talking about how awesome the Jets was going to be and how they had this, how they had that, right? Aaron Rodgers gets hurt in the first game. Jets struggle, but they still... You can look at that team with the eye test and say, okay, that team's going to be dangerous. Guess what? Aaron Rodgers is back for a full season so far, and they get worse. What does that tell you?
Well,
No. What does that tell you?
Patrick, let me answer this.
Aaron Rodgers is back for a full season so far, six games, and then they get worse.
Thank you. Put Kevin Milwaukee's
That's all I'm.
put
That's
his
all
comment up in the section, please.
Before I put him up,
Sometimes people just have bad times.
I'm
He
gonna
might
put
be
him
starting
up.
off
But
slow.
Ron, real quick, go ahead, Ron. While I'm
Because he might be starting off slow, though, too. That's another thing I look forward to.
I was going to say that. Why are you going to get another wide receiver and your offensive line trash?
We got to try to do the best you can, though, still. You got to keep trying to make it better, even though that might be so, Ron.
But Pops, your offensive line trash. Why
I know, but you still got to keep trying to make it better. Where the offense line might be, you got to, in some other place, you got to make it better in some other place. That's just the way football is.
Well,
The latest one that he
y'all get an offensive lineman, Pop.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but a lot of coaches don't see it that way.
Well,
You know what I'm saying, Ron? We be saying, yeah, why don't you replace it? But they go someplace else with it.
Well,
I mean,
You know.
few comments real quick. Kevin said it's funny how the Jets are trying to mold themselves after the 2010 Vikings with a 40-year-old QB coming off a lower leg injury who missed training camp. The team starts out 2-5.
It ain't just.
And then he says,
just in on the quarterback.
and then he says, has the head coach? I guess you're talking about Aaron Rodgers.
yeah,
Has the head coach fired mid-season? Trades for a top wide receiver, trying to go all in. Too many coincidental parallels. Their roof won't collapse like ours did through that bad year when Favre sent those, picker picks. Yeah. Right. And then, and Brandon says, so Aaron Rodgers has Jay Cutler syndrome. He could care less than less, LOL. And then he goes on to say, the Rams wanted Aaron Rodgers first, but Green Bay wouldn't trade with us, so second choice was Stafford. And it worked out good for y'all. Remember, Aaron did miss the year with an Achilles tendon. We've gone over that though. Yeah, that was you, C-Dub, I think. Yeah. But it says something the first year that he's been completely healthy throughout the year, and they're doing worse.
This is basically what I'm saying. What Kevin finna say right here is what I'm saying.
Okay. ZayTV says, I will say I don't care for him, but it's rare for him to throw 2 picks. That's the only point I'm making.
Yeah.
And you see the decline.
And see,
am I saying that if he's just completely falling off a cliff? No.
I can't say decline.
I'm the first one that noticed that.
You're right, Pops.
But he could have just had a bad day though.
But he's been playing bad the whole season though. He
ain't been himself.
He hasn't been himself. You know what I'm saying?
It's with the Jets, guys.
It doesn't matter. It does matter because
C-Dub just said that
Barry Sanders was with the Lions, but Barry Sanders came out and was Barry Sanders that whole time. Am I right, guys?
Stop.
Period.
Barry was running the ball. He had the ball in his hand. He was in full control of that the whole time. Aaron's not when he's throwing to guys that's not up to par.
Aaron's in control because he's got the opportunity to throw the ball accurately to where he wants to throw it to.
Not having good receivers will take a toll now.
But the receiver's in position. All you have to do is throw an accurate ball.
Read the comment, please.
Okay, but all you have to. Am I right?
Read the comment.
I am.
Read the comment.
Can I ask you a question?
Read the comment.
Chat, Pops.
Read the comment.
Pops,
no, we said we was getting through the comment. What you just said.
Pops, can I ask
read the comment?
Can I ask you a question, Pops?
Read the comment first, and then we'll get back to the question.
I want to ask Pops a question.
No, any other comments? No, let me read the comments first.
If you're a quarterback.
No, read the comment.
Read the comment.
Okay.
Read all the comments and then stop when it's something you don't agree with.
No, I ain't even seen the comment.
Read it.
All I'm saying is you just said I was responding to something you just said.
Read it.
If a quarterback
on that time tonight, read it.
If a quarterback has what I call he's an elite quarterback, right? And all he has to do is throw a basic
he's supposed to read
12-yard pass.
Why you ain't reading the comments?
To a receiver.
You read all the other comments,
right?
You don't read that one.
You follow me so far?
That's
and then you can't
an interesting comment.
You can't do that. And you're one of the best quarterbacks in the league, if not arguably the best right now.
It's not fair to do that.
That's declining. So here's that comment. I hate agreeing with.
Stay on point, guys.
I hate agreeing with Travis, but I know what he's trying to say, and I agree. That throw to Mike Williamson was picked, but it wasn't someone. It wasn't someone watched.
It wasn't someone that's washed, like Dalvin Cook, for instance.
Dalvin Cook, for example, was washed.
I know.
Kevin, I agree with you. I'm not saying that.
My point is, I'm not saying he done lost a step or whatever. You can say that. That's fine. I got
he has lost a step.
But saying he's washed.
I'm not saying he's washed.
C-Dub did. That's totally different.
Hold on, guys.
When you say somebody's washed,
but you got to understand that's his opinion, though.
I get it. Yeah. But this is mine. And like I said, when you say somebody is washed, that's like somebody ain't supposed to be in the league. Like if you wash, you ain't supposed to be in the league.
I'm not saying he's
like,
washed.
But look, you get ready to be up out the league.
All I can say is,
Patrick, I can see some traces, but see, talk about. I don't want to say that first.
Yeah.
I see it.
So I understood what you were saying, C-Dub. I get it.
All right, hold on.
I see it happening.
Look, let me hot tag back in this real quick.
Go ahead.
I promise I won't.
Tag.
Hot tag.
Go
hot
ahead.
tag. All right, hold on. Oh, bam, right there. All right. So look, I said wash. Yes. Okay. Here's my thinking: is the way I have watched him play this season, because that's all I'm seeing. Last season, he only played 4 plays, so we never really saw what Aaron could do.
That's right.
This year, it's more exposing. Their offense is struggling mightily with those 2 good running backs that everyone was talking about.
That's true.
With Garrett Wilson. The whole team has been designed in Aaron Rodgers' likeness.
And you got to ask why.
And
you got to ask why.
it was built around Aaron.
Yeah. And they're still struggling. And now you have to look and go.
That's what I saw.
And this is where I've been saying.
Yeah.
If I'm the coach, and you know what's so freaking funny about all this? Not only did Robert Saleh get fired, he gets escorted out. And people said, oh, well, he wanted Hackett gone. They demoted Hackett anyway. So now we have another moron Downey calling plays. So my thing is, Aaron doesn't get any criticism because, in my view,
Exactly.
if you watch how he's played
That's what I saw.
this year, he's not the same Aaron Rodgers. And here's the thing. What I was trying to say with the injury is he's not going to be the old Aaron. This is now the new Aaron because of the fact, like Kirk Cousins, when he got hurt, me and Ron would talk, and I would tell him,
It's going to take a little while to get.
What's going on, Wallace?
He's got to get, back and into the flow.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where we're at. So with Aaron Rodgers, though, the reason why I say he's washed is just his attitude. Because he's still coming off like he's a top elite 1 quarterback.
Whatever, yeah.
When
But
he's not.
He's not. Yeah.
And he's got to look at himself and realize I'm as much as the problem as everyone else.
So I got to make some
like
adjustments.
He was going off about how the guys weren't working with his cadence. And it's like I'm going, dude, can't you just discuss that with them? You see what I'm saying? It's like
there's some things you shouldn't say in the public. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I didn't like right there.
But this is Aaron Rodgers, guys. We know Aaron Rodgers for years.
Yeah, that's the way he's been.
Yeah, C-Dub, did you have anything else?
But you said anything else? What y'all said anything else? Travis made a statement that that Dalvin Cook is washed. Okay, you know what? When a person goes to a new team, you don't know that. You can't say that because you don't know. A lot of times we have went out on a limb and said somebody was washed. They came right back. Like Aaron Peterson.
Dalvin Cook is with them.
Wait a minute. Aaron Peterson. I said we won't know until we see what I'm saying.
Is that why?
You don't know? No, that ain't why. We done seen a lot of people that's supposed to be washed, y'all. And then they get on another team, they play better. So all I'm saying, Dalvin Cook is with the Cowboys now. But we ain't saw him
yet. Is that
yet.
why he's saying it?
No, that ain't. I'm saying it because this is where I feel. It's my opinion.
I got you.
Don't make everything into a scheme.
Okay.
All I'm saying is Dalvin Cook is supposed to be washed. But you know what? Dalvin was hurt, and Dalvin didn't really get a chance to play a lot. All I'm saying is this. He might get out there and be washed. But God, I'm telling you, they did Aaron Peterson for a while. They said Aaron was kind of washed up, and come find out, this dude started running like it was no tomorrow. All I'm saying is, if a guy go to a new team, you can't really say he washed, because you don't know how he's going to act with that team. The surroundings, the situation, sometimes affects players. So he might be washed, but I wouldn't count him out.
That's fair, though. That's fair.
Because we can't do that with people. I'm not saying because he's with the Cowboys.
I wouldn't argue that the fact that y'all was saying that Aaron Rodgers is not the same Aaron Rodgers.
That's what I'm saying. That's all
But
I'm
same
saying.
I got
thing.
no issue with that.
Same thing they
But
see
saying that man is washed is like saying he can't play. That's ridiculous. I refuse to listen to that. That's rhetoric.
The same thing that C-Dub did when he say he washed up. You did the same thing by Dalvin Cook. The same thing.
No, I'm saying that's what.
No, you did the same
I'm saying
thing.
that's what Kevin was saying.
You did the same thing,
I'm
dog.
saying that's what Kevin
He
was
was
saying.
repeating what Kevin was saying. That was Kevin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook is not washed. All right.
But we'll find out. We're going to find out because I think they about ready to release
Why are
him
you
now.
saying that, C-Dub?
Because Dalvin Cook Dalvin Cook got a little something still left, dude.
We're just joking, Pops. We're just joking, Pops.
I'm just saying, I think he got something
Okay,
left.
pause, guys. Pause.
Personally, I'm a Dalvin Cook guy. I do like
I am
Dalvin.
too. I love Dalvin Cook.
Okay. Now, Dalvin Cook is still on y'all practice squad, right?
Not now, he ain't. They put him up now. He's coming up now. Do you want to listen to the truth?
Is he on the practice squad or is he on y'all active roster?
He's on the active roster right now.
But you can't tell me he was on the practice squad.
But yeah, because it's a rotation NFL got to do. Everybody that you choose can't just come on the team.
That's one foot. That's one foot in the door of Washland right there.
I'm trying to tell him.
Okay, hold on.
I'm trying to tell him the rules to the NFL. If you get him like right now, if Atlanta Falcons get a guy right now, they can't bring him out on.
All right, let me tell you the rules of somebody being washed. Let me tell you the rules to somebody being washed.
That ain't what I'm saying.
If you're still on the practice squad and your name is Dalvin Cook and you can't make that roster with them running backs y'all got, he is washed.
Okay, let me say this, guy. To all the people out there that keep up with it,
bro.
guys, listen to me. If right now if your roster is full, you get a big man. They got to get rid of somebody.
They ain't got no running game. Listen to this, y'all.
This is just ignorant right now. You don't want to listen.
Thanks a lot, C-Dub.
Dallas Cowboys.
Appreciate it.
I said Dallas
Charlie,
Cowboys.
why you won't let me? Why
You say Cowboys.
don't you let me explain this, guys? If you choose a team,
Travis said, we got a new team, ladies and gentlemen. Dallas Cowboys.
guys, come on.
Sorry, Pops.
If you pick somebody on your team that you like, you can't just put them on your team because roster.
Yeah, you can. You can sign somebody and play it.
That's an NFL rule now.
No, that's not a rule.
You can put if somebody's on your practice squad, you can put them on your active squad. Yeah, might have to take somebody off your active
That's
squad.
what I'm trying to say. Don't let me.
But what I'm saying is, so you mean to tell me Dalvin Cook can't get on with the running back
Let me tell you.
on your team? It's Dalvin Cook.
Why you won't let me finish?
Okay, go ahead. Finish.
When a man come on a new team, there's 3 stages we gotta listen to. He don't know the plays. He don't know the playbook, and they got to make sure he in NFL playing status.
It's week
Wait,
7.
I mean,
Pops, it's week 7. This man still ain't on the active roster.
Let me explain, okay?
And you do know that
You can
teams.
take Deuce Vaughn off and put Dalvin Cook over
And
there.
you do know that teams pick up players from other teams and they
You
go
know
right
what?
and they get right on the field. You know that. Right?
Somebody out there is saying Pop is right. Y'all go ahead on. Y'all think you can pick a guy and put it right onto the team?
You
Go ahead
can.
and say
That happens all the time, Pops.
Okay. But they got
When
to move.
Amari Cooper left y'all and went to the Raiders,
Please
guess what?
let
He was
me
playing that
finish,
next.
bro.
He was playing that next
Just
week.
let me finish.
All right.
My God.
Sorry, Pops.
The reason I'm saying this, guy, that's an NFL rule now. If your roster is full, and all to put somebody, when they first pick you, they go to the practice squad. Then they got to move somebody and all to bring you to the team. That's where it is, guys. I know you don't believe, but that's where the rule is.
Or they could just move somebody straight from the roster and get you on
That's
there.
what I said.
If you're not washed. That's what
right,
Travis is
okay.
saying.
Okay.
Hold on. So is Devontae Adams going to play for the Jets then, or for the Jets this Sunday night?
Or are they gonna put him on the practice squad?
I'm assuming, bro.
Y'all may think this is funny, but I'm telling you, he would not come on that roster unless they move somebody. That's just the truth. All right.
All right.
You're talking about Cook, right?
Let's catch up with some comments.
Devontae, he's not going to be put on there unless they move somebody.
All right, Brandon said that this is one of those situations that we'll see
I'm not even gonna
come to the end of the season.
But come on, guys, don't make this out of something that ain't. This ain't even about that.
We get Pops.
I'm trying to be professional and tell y'all how the NFL works. You guys think when you get someone, you put them right on the squad. That ain't the way it works.
You can, Pops.
All right. Yeah, but you got to move somebody.
That's right. We agree with you on that. But we agree that if you are not a watch player,
now you can't find nobody to move for Devontae Adams. Is that what you're saying?
I ain't saying it. Don't put that in.
You said they gotta find some.
Oh my God!
I said what I'm saying. The reason when he came, he come off an injury for one thing. Cook did. He came off an injury. He hadn't been playing in a while, and they trying to see that he have to learn the plays. That's just what took so long. Now he been ready 2 weeks ago. But they still trying to make sure he's where he's supposed to be. He was saying it. Now, when he get out there and play, all of you that say he washed up, you might find out you should have listened to Paul. You might be wrong, you might be right. But I'm telling you right now, the guy ain't got a chance to play enough for you to say he washed up. Now, that's all. Because we got a pretty good darn line. When they all playing the same. Right now, they all playing out of place. But when you got the right line in place, Dallas been known to have a good line, and y'all always say, oh, ain't nobody can run behind that line. You either right or you're wrong now. Well, we'll find out.
I will say this: if you're not a watch player, or if you're not a player that you're kind of, he may play, may not, they're gonna move whatever they need to move to get you since once they got you on their team. You going straight to the active roster. They're gonna move whoever they need to. And apparently Dalvin Cook is not in that position right now. Devontae Adams may be. So we'll see next week. If he's playing, then that means they moved somebody immediately and got him on and got him ready to play.
I just know the Cowboys do things different from most teams. I do know that.
Well,
and all I'm saying is this. Y'all talking about he washed up? We'll see.
Well, that's the thing Travis was saying, and Kevin was saying.
Well, we'll see.
Because I was like, well, maybe not Dalvin Cook. Yeah, and then when I found out he was on the practice squad, and I'm like, wait a minute, he been on the practice squad this whole time?
That's why he been, because he came off hurt. He came off with bad
injury. He should be on injury reserve, not practice squad. Because if you hurt, then you can't be practicing on the practice squad.
You know what, Patrick?
Basically, what it comes down to.
Keep on talking, because you don't really know what you're talking about.
Hold on, Pastor. Let me say something real quick. Basically, what it comes down to, guys, is Dalvin Cook is not good enough to make it on the active roster. Bottom line, I don't care if you're injured or whatever. The man is on the practice squad. His name is Dalvin Cook, and he can't make it to the active roster of Dallas Spalding running backs.
So you're telling me Dalvin doesn't have the power?
everything that y'all saying right now, you having fun and you ain't thinking.
No, I'm being real.
Why you cut me off?
I'm sorry, because you cut me off.
Everything that y'all doing, y'all not thinking with your brain, you feeling it. And I'm telling you right now, there is a process in the NFL. You can't just take people and put them on the roster. You got to do some work to get them on there. You either got to fire someone or put someone off, then you can carry them right to the roster. But if that roster is poor, I'm trying to be serious about this, man. Okay, if the roster is poor, you have to do some movement. And he was hurt. They try to make sure he's right. They try to heal him up right. They try to make sure he don't know no plays. He know not. Why you gonna throw a man out there and don't know any plays?
So he still ain't healthy yet. Is what you're saying?
I didn't say that. You said that.
I'm asking you. It's your player. You should know.
But they are fit to move him to the actual.
So I will say this,
and we're gonna see if he washed up.
Okay, Ron had.
So he's still. So you saying fisting to, meaning they haven't.
Ron was holding the thought for a while, and we're gonna try to let him get to it real quick, and then we're gonna move on to the next topic. Go ahead, Ron.
Bit and moved on to the next topic. Damn it.
All I just was gonna say is
I got a feeling about this thing.
They should have got an offensive line. Legit.
I agree.
If he's throwing interceptions, Aaron Rodgers, that means your offensive lineman breaking down.
Yep.
He getting hit. He getting touched. So your offensive lineman not that good. Why you gonna get another wide receiver? It don't make sense. Go get an offensive lineman. You help the offensive lineman that you need to be helped at.
That's true. Kevin says, and I'm gonna do this in my Stewie voice. Kevin says, CW, you a troublemaker, bro. You whipped up a frenzy. washed and almost made me spill my yak. When you call AEW a snooze fest. And then Wallace says, but we have a better offensive line than the Jets do, and that's some of their issue, as far as the Raiders go.
Yeah, they got a bad line.
No, Rodgers.
Right. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With Rodgers, some of the issues with Rodgers.
Raiders.
Oh, that was Rodgers. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that is some of the issue. That's what Ron was saying.
Yeah,
I see that there too.
With that, but hey, I think Devontae Adams will probably help that issue though. On that through that turmoil, throw it up a little bit. We out there, his catch radius might help a little bit.
He can pass that too.
Yeah, Kevin said MF.
Wallace, I agree with you 100%, brother. They had to make some moves to put the guy on that.
He said, MF,
I agree with you, bro.
MF, I was washed when I challenged the loudmouth young 20-year-old to a foot race in the back of the parking lot. Todd Gurley is washed. Carson Wentz is washed. The Cowballs are washed. That's what Kevin said.
Yeah, I didn't mean to call him Cowball, but I just came out of it.
I don't want to see that logo, bro.
I was trying to talk.
No, we don't want to see that one.
I was trying to talk so fast, and it came out.
It's all good. It's all good.
What?
It ain't even all that funny.
What if they had like these on their mouthpiece thing? If they had like two Cowboys balls hanging off. Brandon said this. All right, last comment. Then we caught up with the comment. Wallace said, "No, that's wrong, Pop, because he gave up draft picks to get Adams, and they cut a player to put him on the active roster, and Adams wasn't injured."
They had to cut someone, just like I said.
Adams wasn't injured.
That's what I said. They had to move somebody off the roster. You said exactly what I said, bro.
Adam wasn't injured that bad, and they held him out until he was traded.
And he just said what I said, guys. He had to move somebody out there to get him in there. Did he not say it? That's exactly what Pop said. They had to cut somebody.
Calamine butt lotion on, and he was like, "Oh, I feel great."
So Wallace, you helped me out. You helped me out. What I just said. Somebody got to be moved so you can put somebody in. That's what I said. So you didn't say nothing that I didn't say. That's exactly what I said. Somebody got to be moved.
We got to clarify what he's saying.
Oh, then you got to do that, Patrick. Don't do that.
He agreed with you.
I can read.
No.
I understand, but I can read. I understand.
Well, he said no, that's wrong, and I got to figure out what that is.
No. He just said somebody was cut and they had to be moved off as roster. They put him in. That's exactly what I said. You just said it a little different. That's what I said. You can't just throw somebody on the roster. Something got to happen to put that person in that slot. Somebody got to be moved.
Of course.
But regardless of how it's done, somebody got to be moved. That's what I said.
So we know that. We know that, Pop.
Like you said. So all right. Let's go to the next. Go to the next topic.
Yeah, I was meaning to get to this. The next trade, Amari Cooper from the Cleveland Browns to the Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen. How do you guys feel about that? Pops, I'll start with you.
Well, there was some talk that Cowboys were going to connect with him, but Jared had another way to go, and he went another way. But with my man Coop, going to the Bills, that's going to be an awesome situation. So no one really runs that route like Coop. So that's going to be something special. It should be. But we won't know until we get there. But I'll put my money on that. That's going to be that's an average there. That's going to be an advantage. So that's all I'm going to say about it. Because Coop can run that ball.
Yeah, I'll say I like the trade.
That's good.
Amari Cooper going with Josh Allen. You got Keon Coleman over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I like what I see what they're doing.
That's going to be special.
And that's only going to help Josh Allen out of the Bills, make him more deadly. That might be enough to help them, if he can stay healthy, to get over the hump to beat Kansas City. So
yeah.
We'll see.
And if you got a good wide receiver, that'll help the quarterback.
Yeah, two things. First of all, I think it'll be good for. It's not gonna make a world of difference.
Oh yes, it will.
We've seen this stuff before, all this stuff, and then when they get to the team, you can't really see that big of a difference being quantified. Now, what it will do is it'll give him a veteran out there in the receiver corps, and still one of the best route runners in the league. And they may be a little more consistent, and that may translate to more wins down the road and stuff like that. But I don't see that making them an undefeated team for the rest of the season. That's all I'm saying.
No one said undefeated.
No, I'm saying that's
talking about.
Nobody said that, Joe.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be that big of a difference where you see that big of a change in their play.
What an undefeated.
Yeah, ain't no team going undefeated, guys. I know y'all. Some of you don't know. Ain't no team gonna go undefeated. That don't happen no more. It just don't happen.
I was saying, as just a figure of speech statement, is that it's not gonna be such big of a difference that you'll see that being quantified in the difference in play. And I just threw that out there as an example. It's not like they're gonna get him out.
He can take a top off a team. You know that, right?
No, not anymore. I don't think so. I think he's got lost a step too. Not his route running. His route running is still clean. I'm just saying, like, his speed and being able to stay healthy. So, and that's been evident last couple of years. But I was just saying that them getting Amari Cooper is not going to translate to them necessarily winning more games than what they would have. That's all I'm saying.
So,
we'll see.
How do you feel? Do you feel like that's a good trade? And how do you feel about Amari Cooper getting traded?
Let me read this comment real quick. Wallace Smith said, "No, I heard Pop say."
Let's pause for a second. Once I go into something, don't interrupt me to say, "Can I read the comment?" When I'm already talking. That'll make no sense. Wait till I get finished and then come back and do that. If I hadn't already started. If I wouldn't already started, then go for it. But why would you wait when I'm asking C-Dub what he thinks to go read the comment?
Because we were all wondering about this comment
No, but
earlier.
I was already talking though.
Okay, but C-Dub hadn't started talking yet.
Come on, pal,
I mean, it really does it matter?
It matters, yes.
No, it really don't matter that much.
You're cutting me off. That
matters. I let you finish, and then I said,
I wasn't finished. I was talking to C-Dub. I was asking him a question. Come on, bro.
Pop, Trav, you said, well, C-Dub, what do you think about such and such?
And then
exactly. So I waited till you finished.
No, so you cut me off. Like I said, I was asking C-Dub.
You had already finished, Trav.
Yeah, but
all you have to do is.
We're gonna fix that now, so we don't have to keep doing
it's nothing
that.
to be fixed. All you have to do is say, well, I'd rather just let him finish first, and that's the end of it.
Now, C-Dub, How do you feel about
Not
it?
don't cut you off. I got a right to say whatever.
No, because you cut me off.
Yeah, I didn't cut you off, Travis.
Yes,
You were
you
finished.
did.
No, I did not.
Okay, guys, you guys.
C-Dub, did he not finish his question before I said? Well, before you.
I just want to say, so Wallace said, no, I heard Pop say that the player had to be put on the practice squad before they could be moved to the active roster. That was the comment. But
That's
comment,
it, yeah.
Well, let me explain what I said.
Okay.
But go ahead, brother. I don't mean to cut you off. I apologize for that. I think he misunderstood what I was saying. But go ahead on.
Look, it's fine. I totally understand. Now, I will say this. I think this trade is more impactful than the Devontae Adams trade. And I will say this. The fact that they were so urgent to try to get it also makes me feel that they were trying to get Devontae, that the Bills were trying to. So they were determined to get a number one receiver. And here's the thing. Cooper may not have that speed like he did, but man, he could, like Pop said, the routes he runs.
Oh, yeah.
And he's physical. And here's the thing. Josh Allen, even though he's as reckless as he could be with the ball sometimes, if he's got reliable targets, he is better. So I'd say that's a very good move for them. I don't think they'll run the whole, their schedules, they're going to just never lose a game. But I do see them more because, injuries happen and everything else. So, but man, the way James Cook is running, I mean, and the way they had Ray Davis stepped in for them. I mean, this team is good. So, and if the Bills just don't do stupid stuff like they did in Texas where they threw it when they should have ran the clock out. But anyway, we'll talk about that for another day. That was the game last week, so that still bothered me. I mean, Matt Ryan about had an aneurysm about it. But yeah, I think that trade itself, and not only that, you giving up a 3rd round pick and a 6th or 7th for the next year's draft. Man, that's a good deal. You got to give it up. They did something smart.
I agree.
I agree with all 3 points. 100%.
If you want to read your comment now, you can.
He just read it.
All right, Ryan, how do you feel about this?
You didn't hear him say that was a comment?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
I was zoned out. Go ahead, Ryan.
I love you, Travis.
Fair enough.
Love you too, man.
Fair enough. It happens to the best of us.
I was looking at the game over here on the side while I was listening about what you said.
Got caught lacking.
No, I didn't get caught lacking. Yeah. I heard what he said. I was saying I was zoned out by watching the game.
I mean, look, that's what happens when you have to look
becomes a
at Sean
cheerleader,
Payton.
man. It's crazy, bro. How Patrick pick up his pom pom sometimes is insane. But go ahead, continue.
Somebody just got hurt.
No, go ahead, Ron. I'm done with my point.
That is a steal because it will help the wide receiver Coleman. It will help him out even more. But now you got somebody that been in the game for a good little minute that still put 1,000 yards every year. It might be a quiet 1,000, but he still produced. So I like that trade.
I like the trade. I agree with C-Dub. I think you'll see more of an impact for the Bills with Amari than you probably will see with Adams for the Jets.
You sleeping on Coop, man. You sleeping on
No, I'm saying is Cooper make more of a difference with the Bills than Adams will with the Jets.
You sleeping on
giving.
You sleeping on Amari Cooper, man. You sleeping on
No,
Amari.
he's giving him props.
I heard what he said, but he keeps saying there ain't gonna be much of a thing. That's what Pat said a while ago. He said
What is happening?
Don't do that. You said a while ago Amari Cooper trade would be okay, but it ain't gonna be that much. That's what
I
you
said it might make a difference, but not that big of a difference.
That's what I just said. So now you see what I'm saying? You said it ain't gonna make that much of a difference. So I don't know what I'm talking about. So Travis, I told you he said that.
Travis.
I'm so confused right now. I'm confused.
No, you can be confused, but I'm not.
I'm confused.
I'm keeping up. Pat just admit what I said was
Which
true.
one said what now? I'm confused.
He said a while ago that's a good trade, but it ain't gonna make much of a difference. I said you sleeping on him. Amari Cooper gonna make a big difference.
Said that about Adams, right?
No, Amari Cooper.
Okay.
Trade. Patrick said it's gonna be it's a good trade, but it ain't gonna make much of a difference. I said it will.
The only thing I got to say to that, Pops, is
You say what you want to say, but that's what you said a while ago.
that's all I got.
Guys, we can laugh what we want to, but see, I checked him. I fact checked what he said, and he don't like it.
So you say the same thing about both of them? Is what you're saying?
No, I'm
He
saying
didn't say about the other one.
I'm saying that Amari Cooper. I agree with C-Dub that the impact that you'll see Amari Cooper make with the Bills will be bigger than the
Okay,
impact
so that's
that you
what
say
I'm
than Adams will make with the Jets.
But no, you said that. But a while ago, you said that Coop is not going to make a much of a difference when he gets
I don't
there.
think you will.
See?
That's my
So,
opinion.
guys, that's what I said.
You
I'm
might-
not tripping.
it might be a marginal difference,
And
but
I said he.
But that was the whole statement about the undefeated thing, and I'm just throwing out a term like I'm not going to say that they're going to go and win the next 8 games.
No, I didn't
because
say
they got
that.
Amari
No.
Cooper. That's my point.
Don't do that. Man, why are you going?
Well, you act like what I'm saying is something so crazy and outlandish that you can't comprehend
You
my
say
words.
he's not going to make much of a difference. He's one of the best route runners in the business.
That don't mean that
And
he's
you
going to
said
make
he
that big of
can't
a
take the
difference.
top off of defense. That's what you said.
Not now. He's lost a step. Pops, you got it. Can you acknowledge that?
When you a
And he's
good,
been too injured.
when you're a good route runner, you ain't got to
out,
be
man.
fast. Look. You ain't got to be fast. I'll tell you and try both. You ain't got.
saying nothing.
You ain't got to be fast to take a
That's what
top.
it means,
Wait a minute.
Pops.
You ain't got to be fast to take the top off a defense. If you got good
Is
route
that not
running,
what it means,
all
Travis?
right, okay.
Why you just sitting there quiet?
Back in the day, they
Say,
said
Travis.
He was staring at the cheerleader again.
back in the day, they said Dez Brown wasn't that fast. That's what they said. But that guy ran them route.
Who said?
A lot of people say Dez wasn't that fast. A lot of them just
wasn't that fast.
I say, but yet he took the top off the defense.
No, he didn't really. He
Oh,
wasn't.
you don't think so?
He wasn't known to be a speedster, Pops.
I said
He was a
did.
great route runner and he was physical.
But I said he wasn't known to be a speedster, but he still took the top off defense.
Yeah, he was good at 50-50 jump balls.
That's what I'm saying. Physical. Yeah.
That's what I said. I didn't say he was a speedster. So you want to make something out of what I'm saying, but I'm telling you the truth. You ain't got to have speed to take the top off a defense. If you're a good route runner, you can do it.
Broncos killing the Saints too right
Yeah,
now. By the
yeah.
way.
Wallace
It's crazy.
was saying that the Saints had another player injured, and
Yeah.
Nate said, Birds of Prey said, Pops, what the hell?
Dennis Allen.
I'm
looks
just telling you like it is, bro.
It looks like Dennis Allen is starting to lose his team a little bit because his players he's starting to go ahead with his
He
players a
been
little
lost
bit.
this team a long time.
Wallace said, I think Cooper trade is going to be better than the Adams trade to the Jets. And that's what we were saying. I agree with him on that
Yeah,
one.
we
It's
said,
like-
I know you said that, but you said that other thing a while ago too. That's all I was saying.
It's
I was
my-
talking about the
it's
trade.
my-
with-
it's Pop.
I didn't say one of the best trades.
It's
I was talking about
my,
that.
it's just my take and my opinion,
I
Pops.
know.
I don't think it'll be that big of a
And it was
great of
just
a
my
difference for
opinion
him.
saying you wrong.
Okay, good.
Okay, we get it, guys.
We agree?
Can we move to the next
Can we,
topic?
can we dap it up, Pops? Can we dap it up, Pops? Golly,
Later
man.
on, we're gonna see who was right.
All right.
What?
Do y'all have anything else to say on this topic before we move forward?
The only thing I got to say is this. You gonna say I'm cowboy. Anyway, so Brandon Howard says, Kevin, y'all take it easy on us. Don't take it easy on them. Don't let the Vikings shouldn't take it easy on them. But I know y'all still beat up Brandon. While he's going to the next topic, how many players y'all still got out, Brandon? Go ahead.
Brandon say you backstage.
Yeah, I don't see him yet.
Bring him on if he backstage.
I don't see him
You
yet,
just said you
Pops.
don't see him yet. Pops.
Yeah, Pop.
You didn't hear him?
Did he not?
If he's
Do
backstage,
you see him anywhere?
No, I'm just saying if he's backstage, see, can you get him in? Don't
Brandon,
laugh and
come
try
on
to
in.
make a. Don't laugh trying to make it out. Everything ain't funny, bro.
He's not up yet, Pops. He's
well,
he's
then-
on his way in.
But then he's not backstage. Then he's trying to get there. Then I thought you said he's back there.
He's back there now. You see him right now?
I
Now
said,
he's back there.
If he wasn't there, then you can't bring him up. That's what I said a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay, it
All
wasn't
right.
funny. I'm just saying. it.
Applaud. Let's bring Brandon onto the stage. What's going on, Brandon?
Everything got to be funny.
Get him, Pops. Get him.
All right, next topic.
All right.
Nate said it again. Pops, what the hell?
Just doing my job, Nate.
Because you were what, Pops? You were what? Because you were what, Pops?
Because I'm an analyst.
He said it so smooth that time.
Yeah, because it's the real deal.
All right.
Welcome to the Pop and the Henry Brothers show. Come on in.
All right. What's up,
Pop
Brandon,
in.
by the way?
What's going on, y'all?
Chilling. Next topic, man. The Falcons are to host the Super Bowl in 2028. Yes, Ron, I'm gonna throw it to you first since you're a Falcon fan. See what you think about this.
I feel 50-50 on that. And what I mean by that, I would like to be in the Super Bowl, but that don't mean we will be in the Super Bowl.
Oh, y'all will be there in attendance.
Watch yourself.
Travis said, "Watch yourself."
Watch yourself. You watch yourself.
Y'all will be in attendance. Oh man.
C-Dub, how you feel about this, man?
Look, anytime you get the big game in your house, heck yeah, why not? Look, all I ask is one thing. You get Outkast together, let them have a Super Bowl halftime show. Also, bring in Big Low Country, Smooth Smitty, and Uncle Steve, and let them perform the halftime show. Yeah, I'm bringing it. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. I'll be the roadie. I got my DJ equipment too. We can do this.
Hey, we can't let them perform no halftime show.
No,
look.
Man, go sit back and watch all that, man.
I love Smitty and Uncle Steve and Big Low Country, but I've heard them all sing together, and no, we don't need them performing at the halftime.
First of all, let me also bring this up too.
In what world are you talking about?
I don't want to see Adam Levine's nipples ever again in my stadium's history again. That was an awful Super Bowl show. I hated it.
Right.
Give us.
Like I say, shouts out to Smitty Sports Machine, Uncle Steve's Lounge. Shout out to Big Low Country, to their YouTube channels. Go subscribe if you're not.
Dude, man, that trash.
But we do not need them performing at the halftime show. No,
that ain't.
Ever since he did that track about the Saints, man, we've been undefeated.
Who did a track about the Saints?
Big Low Country. I'll get Ron to send it to you.
One thing
I'm good.
One thing y'all don't do, they just have to be.
I've seen them perform. I've seen it. I'm good. Brandon, how do you feel about this? Even though you're not a Falcon fan, is Brandon there?
He's in here.
Brandon,
what's going on, bro?
Wake up.
Are you on mute?
Wake up.
I think you got him muted, pal.
Do we have
No, he might have. He don't have himself muted. Yeah, he's got himself muted.
Oh, it's muted.
Yeah. I tried to unmute him just now. Yeah. Now we hear you. Yeah.
There we go.
Now you muted again, now, bro. Try to unmute yourself. There you go. You good now?
Man, this doggone what, man? Ever since that hurricane, this internet been tripping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know, for sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you trying to go, Trav?
Man, hey, you know what? I would love to. Depends on who's in. If the Saints in there, though, I don't know.
I mean,
I can't watch the Saints, man. I can't do it, man. But other than that, shit, yeah, I'd love to go.
Wallace Smith says that this is a huge deal for the city of Atlanta to host another Super Bowl, and this shows that Mr. Blank is doing something right.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah. Definitely give him that one.
Yeah, but I love the fact that they're bringing it back to the city, and I like it. You know what I mean? Hopefully, like I said, we're there in 2028 and possibly going to Super Bowl. I hope we win one before then. You know, hopefully this is the magical year. You never know. You know what I mean? Going to run like the Giants did when they was, you know, when they went on that epic run and won a Super Bowl. You never know. You know what I mean?
You never know.
And I'm just hoping, man. But I love it for the city. Hopefully we there then. At least then, if not, no time soon. But I love
his phone again.
I don't.
Hey, when
up there.
Okay.
When the last time
It shows Patrick. Okay.
the Super Bowl was in Atlanta?
Rams versus the Patriots, but I can't remember the year. Jeez.
Oh, that's when Jared Goff and them went.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, where they
Was
where
that
the
17 or
Rams
16?
threw them over.
No, it wasn't.
I want to say, wasn't
18, 17, 18,
it? No, 18.
18 or 19, somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
18,
don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Somewhere around in there, yeah.
So how do y'all feel about it, Pops?
You are asking.
Wallace said 19.
Would
Wallace
y'all
says
make it to the
2019.
Super Bowl? That's what you asked me.
I
I'm
mean,
saying how you feel about the Super Bowl gonna be hosted in Atlanta in 2028.
I mean,
I think it's cool.
I think it's cool for Atlanta.
I like
Yeah,
that.
it's
I
cool
like
for Atlanta.
that.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that. Now it's a beautiful stadium too. That'd be off the chain, man. That'd be off the chain.
I think it'd be good.
But it depends on who's playing, like you said, son. It depends on who's playing, though, guys.
What'd you say, Brandon?
I mean, as long as it ain't the Saints, I'm good.
We won our Super Bowl in '99 in Atlanta.
Rams?
Yep.
Greatest Show on
Yeah, I
Turf.
remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a fun one.
All right, well, next topic.
Yeah. Next topic, man. And this is one I think everybody, if you haven't heard, I think you'll love. Jerry Jones crashes out on a Dallas radio show and threatens the guy's job for asking tough questions. Was this fair? Pap, starting with you. Have you heard it?
You want to get a little clip of this first?
Go ahead.
We'll see what's and I'll try to get to this point in the interview where this happened.
Players, seriously, where are you going to go to get any players for the next week against San Francisco? Yeah, but what is your
the whole
counter?
thing
What
plays.
is your
6
damn
months.
counter?
My counter
I
is
really want to know where you would go get it. Now, don't tell me about should gotten a guy in the off season.
why not?
This isn't a damn word argument just because I'm not arguing with you. I remember those criticisms very well. Okay, so what?
Are they playing out to be accurate?
What's your point? What's your point?
My point is, it seems like
Listen, let me tell you what I'll do. Let me tell you what I'll do about it. I will let us sit down and look at the decisions we've made over the last several years. I'll look at it. Now,
I'm gonna look at it.
just about interested on the
I'm not gonna
phone call
pay a
with
lot
you
for
over
this
the
motherfucker.
radio. And sitting here and throwing all the good out with the dishwater, you have got to be smoking something over there this morning. This is not your job.
Are you smoking?
Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job.
Wow.
well, my job is to
You'll
ask
get
why.
a job, or I'll get somebody else to ask these questions, man.
Damn, dude.
Jerry, we're just we're trying
we-
to figure out why the team is.
No, I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. You're not going to figure out what the team is doing right or wrong. If you
And there's
are,
why you're
or
wrong.
any
That's the
five
problem.
or 10 like you, you need to come to this meeting I'm going to today. There are 32 teams here. You're geniuses.
Man,
Jerry Jones
sensitive.
later said,
Wow.
You stop.
Wow,
the facts are
man.
if I'm going to be grilled by the tribunal, I don't need it to be by
Still
guys
playing.
I'm paying.
Stop
So,
it now.
Pay.
That's some wild stuff right there, man.
So they take us down.
Your opinion. What's your opinion, Pat?
So what's your opinion on it, Pap?
First of
Be
all,
careful. He'll fire you.
well,
That's right. I'm listening. What you guys say?
so here's my thing. First of all, it's not a coach's or anybody's job to tell an analyst or a commentator or anybody that's interviewing somebody that has a podcast, some kind of platform.
They work for Jerry, I guess. Evidently.
Do we know that?
Yes, Dallas is a Dallas radio station.
No. What I'm saying is, it's it's in the city of Dallas, but they don't work for the Cowboys.
They work for Jerry.
Oh,
Jerry
there
hired
it
them.
is, Pat. You do
Or
your
they
work.
probably
I'm
are
telling
like the radio station for
Yeah.
the Cowboys.
Yeah, yeah. And
so
Jerry goes
They,
on there like
they
every
actually
other week.
technically work for the station, but because the station has the relationship with the Cowboys, they working with them, and
Jerry
for
has
him
the power
to do
to
that.
you. They work
yeah.
for him.
Well,
And,
Jerry has the
Jerry
power.
being the old, anyway.
Yeah. So, to finish my point is, just because you associate with the team, work with them, doesn't mean the team owns you and you have to do what they say. So the station doesn't work for the Dallas Cowboys organization. I guess that's my point. However, I see what you're saying. Because of the association with them, and they do, commentary for the team during the season, they try their best to play nice and to keep a good rapport with them, and try to foster an environment where they can come in and continue to have these talks. However, as an owner, it shows a lot of immaturity that you can't take hard questions that not only this guy that you're talking to in the interview wants to know, but fans across the league and particularly Dallas Cowboy fans want to know, because fans get affected by stuff too, and fans haven't kind of identified with their team, and kind of, in a sense, they're trying to kind of living out their sports life through their team as a fan, right? So when you get an opportunity for an owner to answer tough questions like this, yeah, you want to know. And the owner at that point, that's the top of the food chain. There's nobody else but him. He should be mature enough and not get upset and say, you know what, I screwed the pooch. Or better yet, I can't give you every detail. You might not understand it all, but all I can say is we're going to try to do this moving forward. Anything but I'm going to get somebody else to ask these questions. I don't like these questions you're asking me.
He also said later in the interview that Now you ask me some questions I can answer.
Yeah, like he can pick and choose
That's
what
crazy.
questions he wants to be asked. So, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I think it was inappropriate for Jerry to be acting like that as the owner. That's just my opinion.
So, Ryan, what do you got?
It was an opportunity for him to shed some light on what's going on in the organization and give his fans some encouragement. I'm sorry, I just had a short pause.
Yeah. So, what do you think about that, Ryan?
One, David Jones was being very disrespectful. And if you talk to your employees like that, then, and they still stay there, then they're a better person than me. I would have been like, you're not going to talk to me like this on the air.
Mark Miles, welcome to the show.
What's going on, Mark?
Sorry, Ryan.
They're very disrespectful. Jerry Jones got to take accountable for his actions.
That's true.
If I'm that dude, I would have left. You telling me you to get somebody else to do this job while we on the air? That's disrespectful.
Yeah,
it is.
So why would I want to still work for you and you being disrespectful? Because I'm doing my job.
Right.
C-Dub, how do you feel?
I was actually wanting to hear what Pops thought first before I spoke.
Go ahead on.
We can save him for last. I know he wants to go last.
Okay, no problem.
Because there's a story behind all this, and I guess y'all didn't see it. But
that's why I asked Pops for it.
Yeah. That's the only thing I was being quiet for. All right. Well, and no, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing in this, but here's the deal. Jerry, you're 82. All right. I just saw one old man ruin his career in a span of about 4 or 5 years and doing some sick crap. So, and that was in the wrestling business. You could figure that out if you need to. If you need the cue cards, I'll give you the VKM initials. So, and check the Netflix documentary out. It's pretty good. So, Jerry Jones, to treat people like that, look, you're the guy and you proclaim to be the GM. You proclaim that you know football. Congratulations, pal. You've got to take accountability. The last time Jerry, you took accountability about, winning a Super Bowl was in 96. I graduated that year. Now I got this. And you still ain't seen it since. Now, bro, if you're mad about that, if you're mad about your team not executing, don't do the damn interview. But these guys are doing their jobs by asking the questions. And look, I've had to do interviews where you had to ask tough questions. I get it. It's no fun, but it's never personal. Okay? Yeah. For Jerry to then threaten a job, and look, I get it. Look, he's the Dallas Cowboys owner. He could call the station and have that guy's job. Okay, but what does that prove to people that hear this and go, you're that fickle that you're gonna make a man lose his job?
Yeah, it makes
for what?
Me bad.
Asking why your team doesn't look bad, for not going and trying to get some linemen to protect Dak, for whatever it was. And look, Jerry, you're the guy in charge, and you're like upset that people are questioning your decision making. Well, yeah, you're 82, and you really shouldn't be doing this job. You should be the owner, signing the checks, shaking the hands. Let the people do the job underneath you.
Right.
But we have all said that before, and Jerry still wants to do it his way. So my thing is, that interview looked really bad, and if it was any other owner, I could see the league wanting to get onto that person, but because it's Jerry, they won't.
Right, for sure. Yeah. Well, I agree 100%. Yeah. And well, let me get to Brandon first. Brandon first. This is the last one.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brandon.
Brandon, what you think about this? Before we get to Dad.
Before we get to that comment, Dad, yeah.
I wish I was that dude on that radio.
That's
station.
what I said.
Because I would have just conceded my job right there on that spot because I would have just asked him one simple question. If I was sitting up here glazing your team up, you wouldn't have no problem with what I would be saying now, would you? And he would answer it, and he would probably say, yeah. And then I tell him he's the donkey of the day. And I pick my stuff up and just walk up out of the. But apples don't fall too far from the tree. It kind of amazes me because it's like that kind of is the thing that you expect, really, because he knows we're a long ways from 1995 in those days, and now it's done hit a point to where he really having to stare a few things in the face, regardless of what anybody want to say. For him to be touchy like that on that question, I don't even consider them tough questions. It's like real questions.
Yeah.
And you want to act like that toward this dude because he asking you real questions about your team, whatever. I tell you a lot, but
I had this discussion with Nate and Ron, my boys, the other day, and I said the same thing. I said, I would have quit. You had to fire me. You would have found another job because you ain't gonna talk to me like that, dog. I don't care how much money you got.
That's right.
You're not gonna do me like
that. Read this comment real quick, then we'll get Pop's take on all of that plus this comment. So Mark says Jerry is a disgusting piece of POS. I put it that way. Who has literally not only ruined his team, but made the Cowboys a joke.
And that's a Cowboys fan, by the way, guys. And thank you for the subscribe, Mark Miles.
Appreciate that, Mark.
Thanks, Mark, for coming in, bro.
Subscribe to the channel. Also.
Yeah, appreciate that, Mark. Thanks. Quick applause for that. All right, Pop.
And I'll definitely check out your boys, Mark, what you want me to check out. But thank you for the subscribe. And share this show. Ring the bell. That way you get notifications every time I go live. Pops, you got the floor?
Okay. First of all, Mark, appreciate you being in the house, brother. We need some more Cowboy people in here. Listen, this thing right here, see, guys, if you ask a person a question, and it's going to depend on where they're coming from with their answer. If you don't like a person, now listen to what I'm saying. I'm going to be a little spiritual about it so y'all can know it's straight. If you ask a person that about something and they don't like it, you're not going to get the best answer from them. They're going to be in feelings. They're going to be in feelings. They're going to be in self. They're going to go all out because they can't wait to jump and pounce. But if you ask a person that don't have no stake in the game, a person that don't have a dislike, they're going to be honest and they're going to be careful how they say it. Because they don't want to seem like they're being over jealous. So what I'm going to say is, this guy y'all talking about, I'm going to show you what you got to pay attention. This guy 3 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, this guy that you guys talking about, Jerry Jones helped him get that job, for one thing. So you have to study things. With something, Jerry Jones done been asked all kind of questions. You've never seen him do that. So a lot of you say he ain't this, he ain't that. How many times have you seen Jerry threaten a man's job? That's the first time you ever seen that mess. But some of you don't like him. You know what you're going to say? You're going to call him all kind of names. That's uncalled for. Sometimes we all are human. Sometimes we all get a little in our feelings, and we're going to say stuff, and later on we'll say, I shouldn't have said that. But that don't give people that don't know football, people that ain't been paid money to make decisions. Jerry Jones told that guy, see, 2.5 weeks ago, he said something about some players on that team. And I told y'all, on the NFL network and all them, it won't be long when they're going to start fact checking them too, because they done got so now they talk about these kids like they are nobody. Promise you, sooner or later, Roger because they all going to get together, they're going to start telling those analysts, be careful how you talk. You can't disrespect. Look, 2 guys lost their job about talking about Jerry Jones in a bad way. We know where they are. I ain't going to call their name. One of the better analysts that I know, black analyst, he was talking about Jerry in such a bad way, they fired him. All I'm telling y'all now, this guy is 105, 103, one of them goes. This guy has been talking here lately. The Cowboys have lost 2 games straight, see, okay? Really 3 if you want to add it up. This guy said a few weeks ago about a couple players, and he called out Michael Parsons. Said Michael Parsons was that name. That was uncalled for. If a person loses again, like Dallas Cowboys losing right now, they don't give any of you the right to talk about those guys' job. These guys out there every day for entertainment, trying to get us to be happy, taking our mind off that little bad stuff that's going on in our lives. But you know what you do? We as a fan come and we'll down them out and cuss them out and call them all kind of names. That is somebody's kid. Now, how would you feel if your child doing the best they can and one of us start calling them all kind of names? You ain't gonna like it. So next time you start talking about one of these players, most of them just kids. Even if they men folks, they doing the best they can to take them out of all our stress. But this is what Jerry got me out of. But Jerry told him, now he said, you can ask me questions, but you're not gonna be disrespectful. That's what he said. Jerry was getting on the phone. He said a couple weeks ago, Jerry let him slide. He said, now you asked it, but if you so smart, I'm going to have a meeting. Come to this meeting and tell all the owners why they losing. Or why a player should be better than your coach. He said, you're such a genius. Come and tell the rest. He said, you asked me a question that I don't know. He said, but ask me something I know. What he was saying is still, you're going to ask me, why are you playing that guy? He ain't no good. What you expect that coach or that owner to say? Well, I'm playing because he no. They're going to say, now you telling me I can't pick and I ain't got no choice and I don't have a right to play where I want to play. Guys, we are analysts, but you got to understand one thing. When you start calling people out their name like soft and all that, these are grown men. How you think that makes them feel? These are grown men, ain't never done nothing to you. But give you pleasure and try to do the best, try to play their best game.
Pause.
This guy said 2 weeks ago, I'm not going to say it, but he called Michael Parsons a name. Then he went and said something about Jerry Jones. Now, he said something pretty bad. Jerry ain't said a word. I said, I've been telling y'all, sooner or later, all of them going to start get fact checked. Like, they take Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith say anything now. He'll say anything about those players. And Shannon Sharp, he'll say stuff about them. But y'all, you know what? These are old players that had their day. And now they want to chime in on somebody else's day. I'm telling even the NFL, even Emmitt Smith, all of them. They're telling the Dallas Cowboys player, y'all should do that. Y'all ain't good. You don't play your time. Let these young men play. If you can't support them and give them some power, they don't say nothing at all. They ain't y'all. They are them. So Jerry Jones got on and told him, said, now if you're such a genius, he said, but you're not gonna disrespect me. Because y'all look into it, check on that guy what he did a few weeks ago, and you'll say, okay, I see it. Jerry just told him nicely. If you can't talk to me and ask me questions that I can answer, and if you ain't gonna have the respect about it, he say, well, you know what? I'll just get somebody else to do it. And don't sit there and think. Powerful Jerry, a lot of you say, I've done this, I've done this. Do you know if you talk to a powerful person, not only that job, you might not get a job for the rest of your life, and that's with a powerful person.
Basically, Jerry said, talk to me nice, basically.
Yeah.
So, and the bottom line, that is what Jerry said. Jerry didn't mean it like talk to me nice. He said, don't disrespect me. But anyway, the bottom line was this, y'all. This guy, some of us done got to the point where we'll say, oh, you know what, if I was that, I'd have done this. You know you wouldn't have. You ain't getting paid. You ain't professional enough to do what they do.
I wouldn't have done it.
Okay, that sounds good what you're saying.
Yeah, I agree. That sounds all fine.
Cut me off. Y'all just gonna cut me off?
This for you. This for you. It's a question for you.
But you still cut me off.
No, it
go ahead.
correlates to what you're saying. I'm saying, okay, I agree with what you're saying to a certain extent, but what do you think about him threatening the guy's job? That's what I want to know.
He didn't threaten him. He told him a fact.
No, he threatened his job.
Wait a minute.
He threatened his job.
I said he did. But it wasn't no threat.
Job threat.
God, it wasn't a threat. It was a fact. It wasn't a threat. It was a fact. Jerry could have his job if he wanted. He was telling that guy, be more respectable. When you he was asking Jerry questions, he being real facetious about it. You can hear it in his voice. See, that 105, 103 people, and listen to him. They say something.
I think it's 92.5 the fan or something like that.
But anyway, here's what Jerry Jones was saying. He should have a little more respect for someone that went through what Jerry went through. Jerry picked up those Cowboys when they was no good.
So what
they weren't doing it but losing. Jerry them had five. Jerry them had five. He them had 5 Super Bowl rings. You can say what you want to say, but just let me finish. I didn't cut you off.
I'm just saying. Go ahead.
But still, I didn't cut you off.
I know. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, you ain't got. We brothers. Well, what I'm saying is this. You guys are still acting like Jerry Jones don't know football. This guy was one of the better football players in college. I know a lot of you don't know that. And another thing you got to understand is this. Jerry was in a frame where Jerry was already had lots on his mind. Jerry would have talked a little bit. Any other time he'd talk a little different. But Jerry was been listening to that guy. He told him you are very disrespectful. And go back 2 weeks and check on that guy. Find out what his name is. Check on 2 weeks ago. What he said, I was pissed about it. I said somebody gonna get him. I said somebody gonna get that guy. Guys, remember Pop said it. A lot of these guys throwing off on these football players. Watch and see. Sooner or later, they're gonna start being fact checked.
All right, I got.
Watch and see.
My rebuttal. My rebuttal. No. Please,
It's quick. It's
give
quick.
me.
So the bottom line is still, I don't have a problem
I'm about
with.
to go in.
I don't have a problem with. See, you can go in all you want. I ain't got a problem with what Jerry said. But only thing I got a problem with if Jerry could have talked to that guy off air.
But my thing is this.
And I just believe, but what Jerry said made sense to me because I know how that guy been doing.
But
Dallas Cowboy people know how these people talk.
Okay, but how was he disrespectful? That's what I'm saying.
Because 2 weeks ago,
All right.
2 weeks ago, this guy said something about Jerry Jones. That was no.
In this
you
interview.
asked me.
This interview.
Yeah, if in this interview, this is the time Jerry got a chance to say something to him.
Okay.
Now, when you if you disrespect somebody and they ain't say a word to you, when you do see them, don't be surprised if they check you now.
Now I get that. Now
Right,
what
now.
I'm gonna do since you told me that because I didn't know that, so I'm gonna go back to 92.5 The Fan, whatever.
Go back and check
their YouTube channel and check 2 weeks
And
back
go back
and
and check.
see what he said.
See what he
And
said.
when he said something disrespectful, then okay, great.
All I'm saying, see, y'all never known Jerry to do that before. All of they even hate Jerry Jones, hate the Cowboys.
To be fair, y'all, I'm gonna go back and check my.
Go ahead. I want y'all to check.
Yeah.
But after everything that Jerry, have you ever heard Jerry doing about like that before? Be honest. Wait a minute, Patrick.
I've seen him get ugly with some guys before.
You ain't never heard him
on the radio station.
You ain't never heard him threaten nobody on their job.
Here's my rebuttal.
That's what I'm talking about.
Here's my rebuttal.
Of course, he got ugly with people. And everybody have that right to do that, dude.
Here's
But
my.
I'm talking about Brittany got about it.
Yeah, here's my rebuttal.
Bottom line is this here. Some of you guys that you done already got in your mind, you getting a chance to just pounce and say some ugly stuff. But the bottom line is, this guy you talking about, Jerry Jones, he one of the most powerful men in the world. And I'm gonna tell you something. You can say what you'd have done. I'd have jumped up. I was there, just I did. Oh yes, he is.
All right. So
but all I'm saying to you is this: sometimes you gotta be careful.
gosh.
You gotta be careful how you talk to people, cause something you do today might have a reflect on what you do tomorrow.
What the hell?
That's all I'm saying. You can do that all you want to. I've been sitting here the whole time listening to y'all. Ain't said a word. That's cool. That's cool. Go ahead on. All right.
Now, please, thank you.
That's why I
Thank
don't
you.
say nothing.
First of all, I'm gonna get Brandon to respond.
You was good, but you were a little.
Yeah, I had to because I waited all this time.
And everything you said was not right. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Of course
Just
you would
say
say that.
I'm gonna give Brandon a chance to respond
So you don't think Jerry was wrong at all?
because basically.
Did I say that?
I'm about to.
Why y'all love to put words in people's mouth? I said that what he did it stemming from something that was done a few weeks ago.
All right, so here's the thing.
I said he could have waited till he got off the air and talked to the guy. Y'all heard me say that.
All right,
now, I'm
so
gonna say you didn't hear me say that.
here's my rebuttal to everything you just said.
You can't rebut everything I said if you don't know what happened.
I can rebut everything you just said because I just heard what you just said. All right,
coming from hate.
Like you said, we're analysts, pops. That's what we do.
Go ahead, man.
You're not a fan. You're an analyst.
We're analysts. So we have responsibility to be able to. And this is I'm gonna get to that point.
Go ahead with it, bro.
To be fair,
Don't rush me, pops.
I'm not rushing.
We didn't.
Be fair.
Hold on, Travis. Let me address this real quick. Travis, let me address this. Don't rush me, pops, because we didn't rush you when you spent 10 minutes just
You
not
did
talking.
rush me.
No,
You
we
cut
did
me
not.
off.
No, we did not.
Yeah, right.
But you got to be unbiased when
All right.
you're having these.
Yeah.
He can't
So
be.
now,
He can't be.
with that being
No, we're
said,
talking about you.
we're talking about you, pops.
I wasn't. I just told you the truth.
Now,
Unbiased. You gotta be unbiased.
here's my rebuttal, and here we go.
So what I said.
First of all,
No, it matters, but
I don't know why in the world that Pops cannot acknowledge when Jerry either screws a pooch or does or says something wrong.
Talking about?
Because
stop saying that.
Because
do you know what that sounds like when you say
because
that? That don't sound right.
That basically means messing something up big
No,
time.
it sounds like something else.
Because when Jerry Jones does mess something up, or when he does do something wrong, or when he
You
does,
might be the only black man that says that. By the way.
yeah.
Black people don't talk like that. Not even grown men talk like that. Only. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Y'all see the cat across there? Whoa.
Not the dog on TV and the dog on monitor off and everything. Damn it.
Please don't take the computer out.
He almost did. Almost.
Now back to what I was saying.
He was standing right in front of y'all. Y'all couldn't see it from y'all here, but he was right in front of y'all. Literally. I was like, oh shit. The TV started shaking. The monitor was shaking. I was like, oh shit. This is live and uncut, guys. So.
You don't want to screw the pooch.
So the only thing I was gonna say is
don't get mad at me because I love Jerry Jones and y'all don't. Don't get mad at me because I love him.
We see that. We see that.
Yeah,
You
you gonna say that and it's fair.
Oreo the cat didn't like that comment.
Yeah. So and then I'm gonna give Brandon a chance because there was something you said in there that Brandon was jumping at the bit.
Of course he would.
No, you said that
good about
the man said he would or would do something. Then you had the audacity to say, no, you wouldn't have done this or that.
We said we weren't
So
gonna do that.
I'm gonna let him address that in just a second. But I will say this.
We ain't gonna do exactly what he said.
Let's just stick to what we're doing.
All right, so I can say you right now, that's what I would have done. I would have walked out. Yeah. And for you to tell me I wouldn't have, you can't tell me what I wouldn't have done.
I didn't tell nobody that wouldn't have done it.
The words came out of your mouth.
No, I didn't say.
You said all y'all said y'all wouldn't have done this or wouldn't have done that.
And I said, I'm
in that group. I do know what I would have done. That's just like if you say you would do something. Okay, now, first of all, you made the point. You said, when has Jerry Jones ever been known to do this? This is the first time that he did this. If you go and slap somebody in the face for one time and it's your first time. If you go and assault somebody first time, it's your first time. If you go and do this first time, don't make it no better.
Man, that ain't making sense.
Does that make sense? If it's wrong, it's wrong.
Nobody got spilled.
So whether it was, we let you talk uninterrupted, Pops.
No, you kept
the whole time. Did we not, Travis?
Yeah, you kept interrupting. You kept saying.
So we're about to say something about your precious beloved Jerry Jones. So you ain't gonna be able. Now you can't take it. So
take it.
Just because it's one time that you did something or first time, don't make it any better. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And what Jerry Jones did, whether it was the first time he did it or not, which he's been disrespectful in other interviews, and Travis brought that point out, it's besides the point. Sticking to this, it's wrong, whether it was a quote-unquote first time or not. He shouldn't have been disrespectful to that young man, all right? Second of all, I don't care if he gave that guy 10 jobs and went on all 10 of his interviews and disrespected the young man. Does not give you a right to go on the interview and disrespect the guy, whether you gave the guy a job or not. If there was something that guy supposedly, allegedly, like you always say, Pops, allegedly said about Jerry Jones that Jerry Jones didn't like, Jerry Jones should have either come to him directly, like a man's supposed to do, or when you get on that podcast, you say, okay, before we get to these questions, I need to address something with you. You said this, whatever,
that's pretty much what
blah, 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 like the young folks say.
That's pretty much what Jerry did.
Could you please stop interrupting me?
No,
please.
He did do that.
I didn't interrupt you. Please stop interrupting me. Thank you.
He didn't do that in that interview, Pops. No, he didn't.
And so, like the young folks say, blase, whoop, whoop, whoop. This what you said. This what you said. Don't tell me how to talk, Pops.
What is wrong with you, dude?
What's wrong with you? Keep interrupting me. We let you talk for 10 minutes.
Okay, but calm
let it go. Please, can I finish without you interrupting?
Go ahead, but calm down, man.
Please let me talk without interrupting.
Go ahead and talk.
Thank you. I'm just wanting to make sure we're getting to go ahead.
But I'm gonna be whispering like you be doing.
All right, so.
Get used to it.
So what he should have done on that podcast and that interview, he should have said, but before we get to all that, I need to address something with you. We're going to talk since we face to face. You said this about me 1, 2, 3, whatever weeks ago, and we're going to adjust it. I mean, we're going to address this. That's what he should have done. He shouldn't have let whatever that dude said in the past, if there was anything that he said, have anything to do with this interview here today. That's what he should have done. All right? So it doesn't matter if he did something for first time or second time. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And it doesn't matter if he gave that guy a job or not. That don't give him a right to disrespect the guy.
Point, dude.
Second of all, if these analysts are calling somebody soft and people get mad about it, guess what? This is a man's game. It's a physical game. They go out there and they hit each other with pads. They require pads. This game is so violent. And so for somebody to look at somebody with an eye test, as a commentator say, I believe he's soft on that play. He could have put more effort. That's that analysts and commentators' right to say, I believe he was soft on that play. That's his opinion.
Did it to Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, so with that being said,
back in the day, you never heard no mess
hold on for a second. For that being said,
never heard no mess like that back in the day. Them were professional people then.
Yeah, you interrupted him.
Or someone that just came in and said something too. All right.
As a commentator, the commentator has a right to make give an eye test and a judgment to say, man, he laid the boom on him. He gave him all his effort. Or I think he was a little soft on that play. I think he could have put forth more effort. Whatever's the case, it's a man's game, and so you're judging a game, a physical game, a game of physicality based on whether you think a guy could have been more or less physical. That is fair. So for somebody to have an audacity to say, if a commentator calls somebody this name or that name, then they're wrong. It's not wrong because that's the type of game that we're commentating on, and that's the type of game that we're judging. Last but not least,
get out. Freaking cat. No, sorry.
I was like, what did I do? I was just putting. I'm like, guys, I'm just putting sodas up. That's all. I'm still here.
Big Bright TV. Last but not least, this is what Pops is saying is This is evident of the times that we live in.
You keep saying Pop
because-
said. You call my name, I'm gonna say something. Just say what you got to say.
Because-
you call my name, I'm gonna come in and talk to you.
Because
Like Candyman, bro.
Yeah,
because
call my name.
here's the thing.
God, man.
It's
Yeah.
because
You can't talk without calling my name.
him loves him some Jerry. You right. You right, Nate. Because here's the thing about it.
Jesus, man.
If it's something for the Dallas Cowboys,
Pops love Jerry Jones.
yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
If it's and when you use the word love, it's kind of like, dang, wait a minute.
Nah, he loves Jerry
This
Jones.
dude, this rich dude up in this, up sitting on this high horse over this team, and he gonna come out and disrespect people and do all this stuff and that stuff, and then you gonna say that you gonna defend him being disrespectful and being inappropriate to this young
Like
man.
Trump be doing, and you defend him?
Like, and you gonna defend his
Huh?
like.
No, he talking about somebody being disrespectful.
You're
He's still
you're gonna
defending.
you're gonna defend him being disrespectful and
You
being
hear that,
inappropriate to this
Mask,
man because he's Jerry Jones and because you love Jerry Jones because he's the owner of the football team that you're a fan of. That's totally wrong. And last but not least, what are we coming to where if it's one moment where the commentary and the analysts are saying something positive for Dallas Cowboys,
That's some hate, man. You
then
going
they
so far.
then they should have free speech, right? They should be able to say what they wanted to. But then if it's something that somebody criticizes somebody that belongs to the Dallas Cowboys organizations, then all of a sudden it's like, well, commentators, they're gonna I didn't go nowhere near long as Pops. You know
You've
what I
been
mean?
talking the whole process, though.
But then,
About there now.
if it's somebody that says something that Pops don't like about Dallas Cowboys, well, you know, they're coming down on these commentators because they saying these things about these players and those things about those players. They said this about Micah Parsons, and you know that guy that said something about
That's
Jerry
the truth,
Jones.
dude.
Those two guys, they lost their jobs. What are we coming to where we don't have freedom of speech anymore? To where a commentator and an analyst on a sports show can't have the freedom of speech to comment on a sports game, to comment on the owner of that sports team. If we get to the point to where anybody, whether it's Pops, anybody
That's
thinks
personal, dog. That's
thinks
personal stuff.
that it's okay to censor somebody's speech because they're giving an opinion or have a take on a certain team or a player or an owner, we're living in dangerous times, and that's a slippery slope because that means that when the shoe's on the other foot and you want somebody to say something positive about the Cowboys and somebody else don't like it, then they get to censor that speech too.
That's your opinion.
Bottom line is, nobody's speech should be censored if they're making an analogy or commentating on a player, a team, or a coach.
Yeah, I think Jerry Jones got his feelings hurt. That's what I mean.
That's what happens. He was butthurt about it, like Brandon said.
His
Why
ego-
you using all those butthurt? Who
Yeah.
says to
It's
talk
a-
like that?
It's a figure of speech.
His
Bob.
ego was hurt.
Can I just say
So-
one thing,
Why you
please?
using
I
terms
want
like
to say
that?
this.
So
When I think of Jerry Jones and
about
Pops and all Dallas Cowboy fans, I just think, stand by your man. Even when he beats and screws up, it's never Jerry's fault. We love Jerry. Stand by your man.
I don't know what he's doing.
That's for you, I guess.
Stick with your day job, bro.
I mean, it's basically like you defending this guy. It's
dude.
clear cut that the consensus in the.
Patrick, are you done yet?
You going down the shit,
Were you
bro.
talking just then, Pop? Did I cut you
Patrick,
off?
you don't get on
No.
You've been talking.
Did I cut you off just now?
Did he not
Did I
have
cut
opinion
you off,
all
Jeff?
over? He came right back and
I hit the button already. Bit
We
it.
ain't even got
Did I cut you off, Pops?
I had to, because you ain't gonna stop.
C-Dub, did I cut you off? Ron, did I cut you off just now?
Patrick.
Brandon,
you got some other topics?
Brandon, did I cut you off just now?
You got two more topics.
Guess what? Nobody was talking.
Did he not give his opinion a while ago?
It doesn't matter. Nobody was talking. So, if you want to talk, go ahead and talk, Pops. But until
What
then,
about at the end of this, all right?
yeah. But until then, wasn't nobody talking just now.
Hey, continue, man, so we can move forward.
Yeah, Pops got a bad habit of that, man. We gotta.
Why you are doing that? Keep talking
We gotta
about
do
pop
better,
this,
man.
pop
We
that.
gotta do better than that, Pops. We got, you know.
Just finish your spiel.
Yeah, but we all gotta do better.
You don't have to do that. Let's just finish your spiel.
All right, we all gotta do better than that, Pops.
Just remember, we're analysts.
Guys, excuse me for a minute. You do know why you call me Pop. I'm a grown man, right?
I'm a grown man too.
No. But I ain't keep calling your name.
Pops, I'm just as grown as you are.
Calm down, y'all. Calm down. Come on.
It ain't gonna come down. It ain't even like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, you brought up the grown man thing. Are you saying I ain't grown?
Just say what's. Come on, I did not even say that.
No. If you want to go, we'll go there.
That's petty, man.
Don't do that.
No, it's petty that
you don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that.
Talk to him.
Not one that I
That's
said
your
you
daddy, bro.
Talk to him.
It's still your pop.
Yeah, but I'm still a grown man. Just like he is.
I'm grown too, but it's still.
I never said he wasn't grown.
At the end of the day,
I told him, do he know I'm grown? I didn't say you wasn't.
At the end of the day, if it's something positive for Dallas, Pops is all for it. If it's something negative about Dallas or Jerry Jones, Pops ain't having it, and he don't want nothing to do with it. That's what it comes down to. And at the end of the day, Jerry Jones got to take accountability for his team. He has ran this team into the dirt and beyond.
I don't think Jerry did that.
Yes, because he owns the team. At the end of the day, it's his team. He's responsible. The Bucks got to stop somewhere. If you go up the chain of command, that last person that stops at, he's ultimately responsible.
He should just be the owner, man. For real though, all jokes aside.
Listen at y'all.
No, listen,
telling that man what he should be.
I'm saying he should just be the owner and just, like you say, sign the checks, take care of that stuff, and let the coach the team. He shouldn't, be all of everything for the
But
team.
can I ask y'all one question? Can I ask y'all one question?
Yes, go ahead, Pops.
When they won the Super Bowl, what position was Jerry playing then? Mic drop.
Mic drop.
That's what I said.
That was the blind.
See, he was the same position when they won the Super Bowl, and no one had nothing to say. He's been this way all his life. So if he needs to, wait a minute, guys. I asked y'all a question. When we won the Super Bowl, what position? What position was Jerry Jones playing when we won the Super Bowl? Don't do that. When Jerry Jones,
you want me to answer? You want me to answer?
He didn't keep those guys though. He didn't keep those coaches.
Do you want me to answer? Do you want me to?
Coaches end up leaving.
Yeah. Do you want me to answer?
I just made a point.
Do you want me to answer?
If he can do that,
Do you want me to answer?
If he can be Jerry Jones, they win Super Bowl acting like that.
Yeah. No,
why can't be Jerry Jones like that when they lose it?
Let me answer the question. First of all, Jerry Jones has changed for the worse.
Look, we got to go to another.
No, we ain't got to go to worse. I'm gonna answer. You asked the question. You said, let me ask y'all a question.
You said right now is irrelevant because he was.
You can't tell me anything I say is irrelevant.
He was the owner and the general manager when they won.
You can't tell me anything I say is irrelevant. Who do you think you are to the rest of us saying that what we say is irrelevant?
Patrick, it's my opinion.
Okay, well then I'm not irrelevant. So Jerry Jones has changed for the worse. First of all,
stuff, man.
Second of all, if I'm not mistaken, and somebody,
y'all baiting each other.
No, we're not. We ain't baiting.
Somebody fact check. Somebody help me look this up real quick.
So you let him finish.
Jerry Jones had, if I'm not mistaken, Jerry Jones had an active GM at the time. He had a lot better coaches at the time with what's the guy's name?
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson at the time.
Ran that stuff, man.
And Jimmy Johnson ran all the day-to-day operations for him brilliantly.
Jerry had a lot to do with that.
And Jerry, because of his personality,
that's why they got
because over time,
see, he talking about he don't know
Jerry's personality became more and more exposed for who he was. He began to run all of his people off, all the people that were imperative and important for that organization to run the way it was.
Nobody off, dude.
They couldn't get along with Jerry Jones.
Why did Jimmy Johnson get fired?
Because
I'll tell you why. He didn't get fired. Jimmy quit. See, that's something you don't even know that. No, Jimmy quit, bro.
Why did he quit?
Am I right?
Why did he quit?
They went out drink. Do y'all? Which one of y'all want me to answer? You want me to answer the question or not?
I'm waiting.
Brandon, you just said why did Jimmy Johnson get fired? He never got fired. They went out. Let me explain it to you, okay? Because that's that hate comes from you. But let me explain it to you. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. They went out one night to drink. They went out one night to drink. I'm trying to tell you. They went out one night to drink and they both got drunk. There was a conversation of monkeys could do this. And Jimmy Johnson said, oh, you're calling me a monkey. And he said, well, if monkey can do it, let the monkey do it. I quit. Jerry never fired him. Never. Jimmy Johnson told everybody on his live, he never fired me.
He might as well have fired him because you ran him off.
No, don't say miles.
He ran him off. He ran him off by being disrespectful.
The first thing, they shouldn't have been out drinking. They shouldn't have let all that liquor get in them, and that's when they both got too carried away, and that's what happened.
Blame it on the goose. Blame it on the Trump.
Both of them said it themselves. What is the matter with you?
What I'm saying is, you gonna blame it on alcohol? That's Jerry Jones' character.
I'm going by what Jerry Johnson and Jimmy said.
You know what alcohol does to people?
Go back and look at the meeting they had.
It brings out more.
They both said they both was drinking. They shouldn't have been doing it.
Alcohol brings out more of what the person's personality is. So in other words, if a person's already got like a laid back demeanor and they drink,
I just told y'all the truth.
Hold on for a second. If they drink, a lot, they're gonna get more laid back. They just gonna chill out. If a person's already
No.
If a person is already boisterous and an asshole, and they
drink and bring out the person that really inside you.
That's true.
That's my point. That's my point.
You ain't gonna be laid back.
I have been laid back
because if a person is already
you're already that way.
If a person's already boisterous and already
that's not like that.
If a person's already boisterous and an asshole, and an asshole, in this case Jerry Jones, it's gonna bring out more of the asshole because that's who he is.
Give me a little C-Dub.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Anyway, interesting topic, interesting discussion. However, at the end of the day, Jerry Jones is wrong. So he disrespected
your
that
opinion,
man.
Patrick.
And
But he definitely was wrong.
he was wrong. So
Brendan Mann's job, though, on the radio live.
yeah, you shouldn't do that. And if there was any other issues in the past,
that was nasty work. Right?
He should have addressed that before he did that interview. He should have addressed that stuff and cleared the air.
I don't think Jerry must care about what y'all think.
Go ahead, Ryan. What you want to say? You want to say
All I
something?
just want to say, Jerry was being very disrespectful in that interview. He should not even have talked to that young man like that.
Shouldn't have.
That's what money and power do for you, Ron.
What if I'm the young man? I would tell that young man, hey, dog, go find you another job. Because your owner or your boss don't respect you as a man.
How many balls do respect these people?
Well, you got...
How many balls do respect the people that work for them? Tell me. Ain't many of them.
That's true, though.
Ain't many of them.
What he ask?
But y'all still work. We still work.
What he ask?
That's real.
What he ask?
Come on, you don't work for people that didn't like you.
How many bosses that do respect their workers? That's true.
I did not say no.
I don't work with a lot of guys that disrespect me, but I kept on working.
The principle of it is it right or wrong? It's right or wrong. He's wrong. You can try to justify it by saying,
I ain't justifying
what about
nothing.
these people? They do it too. That's like saying,
I just said
that's like
the
saying
truth,
if I do
man.
something bad and then I say,
That's fair,
well, okay,
your
but they did it. But they did it. No, I'm responsible for me.
Nobody making
But
excuses.
you're admitting it's still wrong.
No. All I'm saying is this: there's plenty of people that worked on job where the boss was out of box, out of the pocket. But we stuck by it anyway because we needed the job.
But you still
We don't sit there on here.
We talking
and say
about
you ain't never been in that.
We talking about this
situation.
incident. Was it wrong or right? This incident with Jerry Jones and this young man.
Well, I happen to know where it came from.
It doesn't matter where it came from. This incident.
But is he wrong though? Is what I'm saying, Pops.
By saying
If you can't acknowledge it,
his job.
he just told him that if you can't respect and talk to
ask
him
you a
better.
question.
and he really didn't even use the word
I want to
respect.
know: do you think he was wrong or right?
He said it. He said it.
I said it earlier. He could have talked to the guy off air. I said that while.
Do you think he was wrong or
What does that
right?
mean if I say that?
I don't know. You're not saying.
I said I don't agree with how Jerry did it. He could have waited and talked to him off air.
So he's wrong.
I think anybody would come and sit and say, well, Papa is saying it wasn't correct the way he did it, but I know the reason why he done it.
It doesn't matter. Was it right or
There
wrong?
wasn't no reason to do that.
But he was right, depending on what the guy had said.
See, so you're not. You know,
It's my opinion, dude.
acknowledge it wrong. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine.
If somebody keeps saying something about you and it breaks, sooner or later you're gonna say something to him.
You know what I'm gonna do? If it bothers me enough for me to think about it, I'm gonna go to him and talk to him because that's what I do. But if it don't bother me enough to where I ain't thinking nothing else about it, guess what? I'm not gonna waste my time and my energy, and it's not gonna stress me out thinking about it.
I don't know, Pat.
How about this one?
I know because I know me.
For all that power,
And you don't know Jerry, though.
got, for all that power that Jerry got, right? All them billions and billions, whatever. You would think something like that wouldn't even hurt him like that or make him move like that. It was just a question. Like, okay, answer the question. This dude is beneath me. He works for a radio station. He asked me a question. I ain't like, okay, I'm gonna answer it and move on. He getting so upset because he asked him a question. Man, it's
his ego, Brandon.
Disrespecting Dallas right now.
Brandon,
But
he has a
he asked
fragile
me a
ego.
question. Let me answer it.
It's a fragile ego. That's what Jerry has, a fragile ego. That's
Well,
what
let me ask y'all something. Brandon, you saying what you're saying. So you think Jerry got to where he got?
He couldn't handle it.
How do you think Jerry got to where he got? If this is a Jerry Jones attitude, how do you think he got to where he got? If you thinking he was such a low fruit, how you think he got to where he got?
Hey, hold on one second, Pops. I want to say this too, Brandon.
You keep brushing over the topic.
Hey,
Was he right
I'm
or
not
wrong?
doing nothing.
Y'all, hold on. Let me say something real quick.
It's just y'all opinion of this guy. That's what I'm trying to
Pops,
remember.
let me say something real quick. Hold on. What I'm saying, Brandon, is this. And Dallas is so used to winning 12 games each season so it ain't really been a factor. And they was content with this. But now it's not even looking like they're gonna get to that to where they might not even get to the playoffs.
We just lost 3 games.
Hold on, Pops. Let me finish. And Jerry has been called out about that pretty much, and he's not used to this. So once he see this, that's what made him lose it, because as long as they can win 12 games, he content with that, and he can, preach his spiel, say how good the Cowboys is, and we #1 and America's team and all this. But if they not even getting to the playoffs, what is he gonna talk about?
And
that's the issue.
Playoff. Do y'all really believe that?
So they getting exposed. In other words, basically.
Guys, how many games did the Cowboys lose last year?
Yeah, we're talking about this year.
All the smart ones. How many games?
Last year.
Just like y'all, I'm asking a question. He said that they done lost these games. They're not gonna get to the playoffs. No. Okay. I'm gonna use that same thing a little bit.
Wait, pause.
I'm gonna use that same thing a little bit because y'all said that was last year. Go ahead.
Brandon, speaking of that, we're going into the next topic. This is the topic. Dallas has the bye week this week to get healthy and to get themselves together. But before that, this tedious schedule coming up: the 49ers, Falcons, Eagles, Texans, and Commanders. Is there any hope left? Brandon, I'll let you start with this one.
Man,
since it's leading to this.
Just talking as like on some analyst type stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
It's a bye week. Now, bye week teams either get it right or they, the struggles continue, whatever. My Rams in the same situation. We 1-4. We coming off the bye week. Can we get some wins going or whatever? Get some people back. I honestly, get that out the way first. But from what we know, let's go off what we know. 49ers run the football. Atlanta Falcons run the football. Philadelphia, now I'm gonna say Philadelphia. They, they gotta get some consistency.
Philadelphia runs the ball.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I expect a little more out of them, or Saquon being there, but it's looking like a gauntlet. It is looking like a gauntlet, and all I know is this: teams that don't run the ball well and can't stop the run, they don't make it far.
Exactly. Yeah. It's true.
And it's just, based on what I'm seeing for this schedule, the next few games, it's hard. Just based on what we've seen so far, it's hard to see that there's going to be this big drastic change. Not to say it can't happen, but it's just far as it's looking right now, I don't know.
49ers, Falcons, Eagles, Texans, Commanders. That's rough, bro.
They may beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
And they could beat us possibly, but
it's possible.
I see them winning. If they win, I might see them winning one game out of that.
Maybe two. Honestly. But the Commanders, I don't think they're going to beat the Commanders or any of those other teams other than
because we having our own
maybe
problems.
The Eagles.
We're having our problem stopping the run. That's the thing that we got to fix. And that's the thing that kind of makes us a liability. But the difference between us, offense, we'll just outscore you.
Well, and the telltale sign is they're getting blown out at home, guys. All 3 home games they've lost them. Yeah, that's true. And then out of the 3, 2 of them have been blowouts, not a score and a half.
How you feel about that?
We're talking about blowouts.
And that's why we can't go. That's why we can't do the last year thing, because last year they was 8-0 at home until the Green Bay game, and now it's totally different. That's why that last year stuff.
Yeah, don't apply.
Don't apply.
12-5 last 3 years stuff.
And then I do want to touch on this too, and this brings up a point
Definitely
too, is that
going that this
Kevin said all that time, and you never mentioned that this embarrassment happened on Jerry Jones' 82nd birthday, so it was extraordinarily bad. Worst birthday ever. Time for the picks.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it was his birthday when that happened.
Yeah. And so Jerry Jones came in with a little bit of a.
And guys, we got one more topic. One more topic, quick topic before we get to the picks. I know we ran a little long, but
that's all right.
We almost there.
You gotta think Jerry Jones came off of that loss, went into that interview, so he was probably a little bit emotionally charged also. So do we say the guy can't be human and make a mistake? No. All we can say is we just feel like it.
But we gotta get Dad's feedback on it because it's his team.
Yeah, Patrick, he didn't
so Pops, how do you feel about this? You got the floor. about your team stretch coming up with the 49ers, the Falcons, the Eagles, the Texans,
we got to play some.
and the Redskins. No, I'm just saying.
The bottom line is, the reason I said that like that to him. See, I keep up with what's going on with the Cowboys.
See, I don't take it personal.
I don't guess at it.
You take it personal.
But let me do this. I was sitting in the same spot when I heard all y'all went on about the Steelers, how the Steelers gonna beat us. I heard you. You said we was not gonna beat the Steelers. I heard all of you saying the same old mess. But Dallas lost 5 games. Wait a minute. See what I mean?
No, I said that's for you. But when you
no, that's for you too, because you said we was gonna get beat by the Steelers.
I said it could go either way, but I'm just leaning towards the Steelers.
This is what you guys said. That when we came to play the Steelers run the ball. Steelers got that defense. Steelers got that's all they got them running back, and they do. But you counted Cowboys out. But I'm gonna say this to you, team that we got to play. Be careful what you say.
Yeah, y'all beat the Steelers.
Wait a minute. Be careful what you say. Be careful how you talk about it, because we come to play your team next. And I'm gonna bring this mess right back up in your face. I'm gonna tell you something. Dallas lost 5 games last year. Then Brandon say, well, you won all them games at your home, and when we lost another game on the road. It could be reversed this year. It could be that we're gonna lose at home when we win on the road. Oh, laugh.
That's possible.
You laugh. I'm just letting you know. Who in here can say that's not so? None of you. A loss is a loss, a win is a win. You guys said to yourself, we can't go back what happened last year. No, we can't then. I'm glad you said that. So if you're going to say that, then I'm going to go out on the limb and say this then. They got Dak Prescott. They got C.D. Lamb, which is one of the most high-powered scoring teams in the NFL. When them boys on mark, see, Dak didn't have nobody but C.D. Lamb out there. All our other receivers are hurt. Let me tell you something what's going to happen. Brandon Cooks going to be on his way back. Now, I'm telling you now, and our 5 people we got out, 3 of them coming back. You can say what you want to say. If you got Michael Parsons and on that field, you quarterbacks ain't going to have that kind of a day like you think you are. But all I'm telling y'all is this. You say we won't win one of these games. I'll go out and let me tell you you're wrong. Now, last year, forget about that. This is a new year.
What about the Detroit game?
Wait a minute now, Patrick. Did I cut you off?
Yep, you did. What about the Detroit game?
But the bottom line is this. Detroit beat us this year? But who won last year when we played them?
This is not last year. What about this year?
But Detroit beat us?
Patrick,
you let me talk, my God.
Well, listen, let's focus on this year.
Yeah, let's do that. The reason I got upset about it, y'all, he won't even let me say a word about my own team. He sat there and talk about my team, and when I get ready to say something, he don't like it.
And on a side note too, Dad, and for Nate and Ron, I told y'all about Bo Nix. Y'all was saying he was trash and all this. Y'all remember this conversation I had with y'all about Bo Nix? Yeah. See what that boy doing tonight.
How they come say?
Because we're watching the game too.
Well, I ain't gonna say no more. You all them said that Cowboys won't win but one of these games. Now, you know who we got to play in the Falcons? Or y'all riding it high right now. You're riding it high with it. Last 2 times we played y'all, something happened. Dak Prescott got a thing. You said, we're not going to beat Washington. Every year we've been dogging them. We've been deucing them. Dak Prescott, when it comes to your division, y'all, you can't, when it comes to a division game, you can't sit there and say we're going to win. You can't do it. But you watch Dak Prescott. Y'all don't count them out again. Dakota, he got a tendency. Every time you bet against him, he always come out a winning. We'll see if we going to win just one game. Atlanta Falcons, I already saw the future. You remember what you think, oh, we going to beat them. We going to beat them, this and that. You remember Patrick said something about the Steelers. Guys,
I actually said it could go both either way.
It's just my opinion. Just my opinion, though.
I'm giving you props. You beat us straight up. I ain't making no excuses for it. Y'all was the better team. You beat us straight up. But this is a different team this year with us. I will say that.
Detroit Lions.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah. Detroit Lions beat us. You guys will jump up and down like it's the Super Bowl. It's just the game, guys. Think about all the game that Dak Prescott could have run up, and they pulled them out in the third quarter. Now I'm gonna show you what's so bad about what the Lions did. Every time the Cowboys play, they pulled Dak out in the third quarter. You know why?
No such games.
Well, this is what everybody's seen.
No such games.
Anyway, when Dak, because Tyson beat James, I ain't gotta go and blow his horn. Y'all know how the Prescott, how the Cowboys take a lead and go away with it. They pulled Dak Prescott out on the third quarter every time. Suppose Mike McCarthy was like the Lions coach. Suppose they leave him in there. How much you think they can run the score up?
Oh my!
Let's be honest for a moment. When they pull them out, we always have about 2 or 3 touchdown lead. All I'm saying is this here, guys. You count Dallas Cowboys out, be careful, because that's one of the most high-powering offense in the NFL. Because and Brandon of all people should know what's going on. When you got all these injuries, you don't have your best people. And you can't say next man up when you ain't got nobody with 3rd and 4th stringers. But I will tell y'all this. Brandon, all of you guys that was talking tonight, all that little smack, in 2 or 3 more weeks from now, we're going to have this conversation again. You watch Cowboys.
Can I ask you something?
Ron was getting ready to say something. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Ron. My bad.
No, go ahead. Ron, you want him to go ahead and say what he gonna say?
It don't matter.
Go ahead real quick, Ron.
Because you keep on saying what you done in the past to us. I'm talking about this a different team. This is a different monster where we is today. We're not looking at the past no more.
I believe so.
Okay.
We is a different monster now. And the way y'all been playing,
and you gotta stop our run game. You gonna have to stop our run game on 2-headed monster. Bijan and Tyler.
Okay. Now I heard what you said, Ron.
I'm not finished.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Get him, Ron. Get him.
Y'all cannot stop the run, and then when we do that,
we proved that we can.
Get him, Ron.
No, you did. Not with the Lions.
Now you gonna sit there and say they didn't prove they can stop the run?
Not with the Lions.
But
with 2 other teams we did. But the bottom line is still, since Brandon cut you off, Run, I'll go ahead and say this here. Run, you keep saying this month gonna talk about what happened last year. Y'all need to do the same thing when it comes to the Cowboys. I don't hear no more last year, or y'all ain't gonna get through the playoffs. I don't hear that mess no more. No, you and Brandon, y'all bad at what y'all been doing in the playoffs. From now on, don't bring it up anymore.
The eye test says it ain't looking too good.
I'm not saying, Ron, you ain't get it tonight, Ron. I give you props.
That's
but Brandon, you were the only one that said he can't get past the playoff. You always bring that up. But now you say it's a different monster.
But you guys look better last year than y'all did this year.
Pat, don't brush this out. From now on, guys, let's not talk about last year no more. Okay? I want y'all to keep the same energy.
Y'all are not good this year.
Not Patrick.
Y'all are not good this year. Y'all look terrible, Pops.
All I'm saying is this right here.
What are we talking about?
We look terrible, and them terrible Cowboys beat the terrible Steelers.
Yeah, y'all barely beat a team that was playing really crappy.
Nah, they beat y'all though, bro.
Just saying. I gave you congratulations, but y'all didn't look good doing it.
Hey, they beat the brakes.
Oh, we look real good.
It was an ugly loss for us.
Hey, they beat the brakes off y'all.
And then an ugly win for y'all.
Hey, they beat the brakes.
It was.
The bottom line is this.
I mean, y'all do not look good, Pops.
God, he won't let me
you couldn't beat them. How do you feel about that?
I mean, golly, man.
You still got hate for it.
If you still can't see that y'all are not looking good right now, y'all not looking like a playoff team. Y'all are not looking like a playoff team.
How do you feel?
Can you acknowledge that?
I know my team.
Push the button, y'all.
I know my team better than you.
Let me show you.
I know my team better than you.
Let me show you how this is done.
I'm banking on Dak Prescott.
Let me show you how this is done. There's Pittsburgh Steelers.
Y'all, he done jumped in now to go to another place. We just go to the next topic.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
He can't let it go.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are not looking like a playoff team right now. That's how it's done.
Oh, they look
now it's your turn. It's your turn with the Cowboys.
My turn. I know we got injuries, but I know Dak Prescott.
That's my point.
Can I say?
All I'm saying is this, guys. I know my team. I know Dak Prescott, and I know we got offensive players playing out of place on the line. They'll switch the whole line around. That's why we're not having a good swing. But guys, you know what? We done lost 3 games. We done won 3. We right in the middle of right now. We won behind the Washington football team. You can say what you want to say. When you're right behind one game with the guy of one that's winning your division, God, I've seen that we done been behind 2 or 3 with the Eagles. Cowboys will be back in the swing of things, and I'm gonna show out on you guys because I told you don't count the Cowboys out. Now watch and see. Count them out. Go ahead on.
Y'all are not playing like a playoff team right now. Period. I can admit that about the Steelers.
Yeah, that's you then.
Yep.
But
if y'all
you need to be able to admit that about the Cowboys.
About that Russian defense.
I won't say nothing else. Y'all can go ahead and take the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna let Brandon get the last word on this, and then we're gonna go to the next subject before we make the picks.
Yeah, I noticed he said he likes to bring up what we say. Let's talk about what you say. Now, last week, do y'all remember Pop saying that Dak Prescott was the better quarterback than Jared Goff?
He is. He was. He is.
Yeah, he did say that.
But buddy, I was assuming we're gonna have all our people back.
You cannot possibly think.
Oh, he is the better quarterback. He's better. His record proves it.
Jared Goff is better because they beat you.
No, the record proves that he's better.
If you say you better than the Steelers this year because y'all beat us.
And Jared Goff got to a Super Bowl too. He just had that on his belt too.
Jared Goff is a better quarterback than Dak.
And he's won more playoff games.
Yes.
So he's got that on his belt too, Pops, to be fair.
What record he talking about better than Jared Goff? What record?
You know what, bro? We all know that Dak is a better quarterback. Did Goff go the second run-up in the MVP? If he was good as you say is, he should have been there. Don't pop me. Answer my question. Answer my question. You say he was better. Why the NFL don't think so?
He say he's trying to, Pops.
Running up second of the MVP is not a lifetime achievement award, Pop.
But you know what? You're wrong. It says who the better man is for that season. That award says who is the best during the regular season. That is a award that says you're the best in the season.
Getting to a divisional round.
If I'm wrong, Travis.
So
that award is for the best man that played best for that season.
I agree.
Yeah, right. That's what I just said.
But who do you think is the better quarterback between the both of them, though? Just them two.
I said Dak is.
What gives you
that? No, I just gave you a reason.
I'm saying because the MVP?
No, because Dak, every year he's been showing that he is.
But Goff got to a Super Bowl, though, to be fair.
He got more playoffs.
Did he do it this year?
He got more playoffs.
Did he do it this year?
And he got more playoffs.
Did he do it this year?
Yeah, listen.
That went out a year ago?
Dan, listen to what I'm
saying.
saying.
No, I'm going back with what you said.
He went farther last year. He went to a divisional round last year.
Didn't you say there was a different monster? Ron, what did you say that there was a
realize?
See, y'all going against what
they went to an NFC championship last year.
If we compare it to
now you see why they moving the goalpost.
Listen, if
why y'all moving the goalpost? That was a year ago. We're not going to that no more. You guys just said it a while ago. That was a year ago.
Okay, let me.
We ain't doing that. We're not doing that.
Let me talk.
You already.
In that case, if we're only going by this year, then that means that Jared Goff is definitely having a better year this year than Dak Prescott, so he's better this year.
It ain't even about that. It ain't even about that.
All that means he having a better.
Jared Goff. Wait, let's compare the two. Jared Goff got more playoff wins.
You know what?
No.
And he has a Super Bowl on his belt.
No, let's not go off the pass. Let's not go off the pass.
He don't want a Super Bowl.
Dak has
He don't want a Super Bowl.
Dak has an MVP.
No, I'm gonna get what you just said.
He
don't want a Super Bowl.
And what? He got in the second round like once or twice.
We can't go off last year. Forget all that. Forget the playoff.
He don't want a Super Bowl.
Forget the Super Bowl appearances. Hold on. Forget the Super Bowl appearances.
Dak ain't never even got close.
Hold. We about to settle this right now.
Y'all don't want to get what y'all said a while ago, so I don't want to hear that no more, man. Y'all say one thing, you do another.
Forget last year. Forget the Super Bowl appearances. Forget the MVP.
I already said what I think.
You said that you can't go off of last year. So
no, y'all said that.
Guess what? No,
y'all said that. So I agree with you.
You just said it. So with that being said, that means we got to throw out the Super Bowl appearances. We got to throw out.
Then y'all not bring up.
We got to throw out the playoff games.
That's a year.
Guess what?
I didn't bring that up.
Guess what?
I agreed with it.
Guess what? We got to throw out the Super Bowl appearances. We got to throw out the playoff games. But guess what else we got to throw out? We got to throw out the MVP.
Y'all brought it up. It's a different month.
He talking to you.
Listen, guys. We got to throw out.
We need to get
listen.
Talk all night.
We got to throw out the MVP. We got to throw out the.
I'm sorry.
We got to throw out the Super Bowl.
We got to throw out nothing.
You said we can't go off of last year. So since we can't go off of last year,
ain't nobody got to the playoffs yet.
We can't go off of Super Bowls. We can't go off of playoff wins. But guess what else we got to throw out? We got to throw out the MVP.
All right.
So we can't go off of Dak's MVP either.
Get ready to move on.
Well, I will go.
Brandon wasn't even finished.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, he finished.
The last thing going back because I'm trying to stay in this year. I'm trying to stay. It was based off last week once again. Didn't you say based on the way that y'all was? And the way y'all played in that Pittsburgh game, didn't you say that I believe we'll beat Detroit by 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, with the people that played in that game, we didn't know everybody gonna be gone, Brandon. You know that better than I do. Y'all played different when y'all got y'all people.
I knew.
Do you not?
Parsons was gonna be out. I knew Cook.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't know that. No, you did not know that. Parsons played a good game that game. No, you didn't know that, Brandon. No, you didn't.
We knew Parsons and Lawrence weren't gonna be in for that game because they out for a couple
Parsons. We didn't know Parsons would be out until they said it for the game.
We knew
that next week. Brandon said he knew he was gonna be out at Pittsburgh. No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
You know what I'm doing with that. No, you didn't know because I didn't know it. No, you didn't.
I knew it because I play fantasy. Fantasy, they tell us.
Fantasy. Look, I don't play fantasy.
Yeah, but
all right, Joe, don't do that.
Yeah, but what he's gonna say is they tell you who's gonna be out.
The bottom line,
stuff. That's what he's saying.
They didn't tell Paulson he was out until that next week. I don't know what fantasy was doing, but Paulson was getting ready to play, and they told him no, he's best
Man,
not
I
to
told
play.
you on the show. I said, you sure you want to change your pick?
Cause I wasn't gonna change your pick.
I said your guys is out, and they ain't no way. You was like, oh no, don't be surprised.
We're a better team, though. When we got our people, we're a better team.
I got the
But I'm done with it.
You got the clip.
Nobody knew Paulson gonna be out. I don't care what fantasy is. Fantasy ain't even football, dude. That ain't even football. That ain't even football fantasy.
But Brandon, that's just leave it be because we know that's not going anywhere.
It ain't going nowhere. I don't play fantasy football.
Gotcha.
Now I don't believe in that mess.
Gotcha. So we're going to the last.
I'm done with it.
Gotcha. We're going to the last topic before we get to the picks.
Don't talk about no fantasy football with me. I don't want to do that.
Russell Wilson gets his first.
That ain't fantasy.
Russell Wilson gets his
47-9 is not fantasy. You're
Russell
right.
Wilson
it's fantasy. Do any way you want to look at it.
Guys, I'm trying. Russell Wilson gets his first start. Even though the team is at 4-2, how do you feel that Justin Fields is being benched, knowing that he was still winning? Patrick, I'll let you start. It's your squad.
There's a few things I could say actually. First of all, if you keep Justin Fields in, you stay with good play. But you brought Russell Wilson in to be the starter for a reason because he's got more experience. And at this point in juncture in time, he is a better quarterback than Justin Fields based off what we've seen up until this point. You got to remember Russell Wilson in 11 games, because he got benched the last 5 games in Denver. In 11 games, he had the best touchdown to interception ratio of any quarterback in the league. They won 5 out of 6 games, and then 2 or 3 of those games was playoff games. So all I'm saying is this. You can't look at Russell Wilson and say he's not playing because of poor play or anything like that. It's because he got an injury. Now, with that being said, playing the Dallas Cowboys, because the Dallas Cowboys are not looking good right now. I'm sorry. And they barely won that game with us, but congratulations. But my point is, the Dallas Cowboys the year before that, the Dallas Cowboys the year before that,
we're talking about Russell Wilson, one.
Yeah.
the Dallas Cowboys the year before that, and the year before that had scored.
I lost somewhere.
He said y'all beat them. Congratulations.
No, we were talking about Russell Wilson.
But the Dallas Cowboys before that were scoring.
Laughing about it.
We're scoring 25 to 30 points a game. All right, now fast forward to now. The point I'm getting to is Justin Fields.
How we get on the Dallas Cowboys?
The point I'm getting to is this.
So you heard that, didn't you? Yeah.
The point I'm getting to is this. Even the other games that we won with the Chargers, with the Broncos, losing to the Colts, even though we had a fourth quarter comeback and only lost by 4 points. The point I'm getting to is those teams aren't known to be high scoring teams this season. We've had the first 3 or 4 weeks we were the number one defense in takeaways and scoring.
That's right.
So with that being said, our defense was just as much winning the games for us as it was Justin Fields. Justin Fields wasn't necessarily winning games per se. He was managing games and playing above board. And he ran 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I say when he played y'all was number one defense win.
And we had ran 3 touchdowns on foot. Right? So with that being said, when it gets down to later on in the season, we start playing teams that score 20, 25, 30 points a game on average. With Justin Fields, we will not be able to keep up with those teams and win because Justin Fields cannot, at this point in time, score the points needed to compete with those teams.
Man, this ain't even no game. The Broncos are beating the brakes off the Saints.
So them changing to Russell Wilson now when he's healthy I think is a good move because you got to see what you have in Russell. You got to see if this Russell Wilson is still the same Russell Wilson that played in Denver before Sean Payton benched him because he didn't like him. Didn't bench him because if Sean Payton was a better coach, he would have put that aside, let Russell Wilson finish playing, and they probably would have been playing for an AFC championship right now. The bottom line is this. Russell Wilson will... Russell Wilson will...
Oh, is he?
Will go through his reads faster.
I lost for me already.
Will have a better vision of the field.
I didn't know that.
Russell Wilson will go through his reads faster. He have a better vision of the field, even if it means checking down the ball faster a lot of times. And Russell Wilson will move the ball down the field. The last two games that they won out of those 5 games, Denver was losing to Kansas City Chiefs and had to drive down the field in a minute and a half. And Russell Wilson did that against the Chiefs the last time he played in Denver. That's the same Russell Wilson that we're talking about here, right? So with that being said,
he's been hurt since then.
But my point in saying is,
it ain't the same one.
The point in saying is, until he gets in and plays,
right.
You don't know if it's going to be the same Russell Wilson that played in Denver.
You don't either.
Or if it's not. However, based on what we've seen in practice, based on what the footage that him moving around and throwing the ball and stuff, and based on what we saw in preseason, it is the same Russell Wilson.
I just hope they kept Sierra away from for this week.
The last thing I'll say is this: you should
Sierra.
The last thing I say is this: unless something horrendous happens, unless we get like a lot more injured players, if something crazy happens, you'll see us move the ball down the field more consistently.
Let that man be great, man.
I'm not gonna say easier, but you'll see us move the ball down the field.
You messing him up.
No, I saw Brandon's post. He said his phone died, and it made me say phone. That's why he got off. With Russell Wilson, we'll move the ball down the field more consistently, probably faster, and probably more frequently than we did with Justin Fields. And then when we get in the red zone, I really feel like Russell Wilson would probably get more points out of those opportunities where we didn't get with Justin, and probably more passing touchdowns. And that's all I'm saying. Russell Wilson will not have to scramble as much because Russell Wilson will have a better vision of the field, will go through his reads faster. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Ryan, what you have to say on this? I see you had your hand raised.
I think that making a bad move because now if Russell Wilson come in and have a bad game and he trying to go back to Justin Fields, his confidence might be shot now.
And you got a quarterback controversy on your hands at that point. You do that.
So yes, he was doing crazy stuff, but let the man figure it out.
I think Mike Tomlin even though I agree with what you saying, Ryan, but Mike Tomlin, I was talking to you and Nate about this. I told them this too, pal. I say he's not the type Steelers organization. They all for greatness. They're not gonna settle for just okay. If they feel like they can get even better with Russell Wilson, that's why they're going to him. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna just settle for just being okay. They want to be dominant in every facet of the game.
That's the point. And then Justin Fields has had 6 weeks to figure it out. He's had opportunity after opportunity. There were open men, and Trav can attest to this. Calvin Austin was open on 2 or 3 different plays last game in the end zone, in the red zone, and Justin Fields could not see him because his vision ain't there.
It's called pass rush.
Tomlin ain't going for that.
And my thing is, it's not pass rush. It's just you're not as a quarterback taking the time to look at the whole field.
In other words, that he's leaving a lot of scores out there that Russell Wilson probably would see and capitalize on.
Not with a pass rush, you won't.
Say Russell Wilson have a bad game. Do you go back to Justin Fields?
First of all, I don't think you have a bad game per se, because you saying bad game as in like a horrible game or like.
I guess we'll see, but with me, I'm sticking with the hot hand until I lose. Now,
yeah, here's my thing. The hand is not hot.
Yeah, well,
it's just it's
didn't
warm.
y'all swing y'all last one?
What?
Yeah, but it's the Raiders.
I get it, but I'm just saying, but y'all did.
And the defense won that game. But you know how many takeaways we had?
What was the score in that game?
It was like
pretty convincing, wasn't it?
22 to 10 or 27 to 10 or
well, that's pretty good.
13 takeaways. You know how we scored those games? We took away the ball from them on their side of the field near their end zone.
19 or 20.
TJ Watt punched out 3 balls and put us in.
Because I haven't watched all y'all.
And then when we were in the red zone, Justin Fields couldn't throw a touchdown pass. He had to run in 2 touchdowns.
Well, there you go.
That's my point.
There you go.
And then 2 of those, Calvin Austin, they showed the replays, the commentators was talking about it. Calvin Austin was running around in the end zone wide open. Throw me the ball.
You got the Subway commercial with
Russell Wilson.
Play it, man.
Russell Wilson start the game and have a bad game. Throw 3 interceptions. Do you pull Russell Wilson for Justin Fields, or do you let Russell Wilson fix what he done in the next game?
If you let him fix what he's done in the next game, because he's your starter.
But do you have
Okay, so why y'all cannot do the same thing with Justin?
Because we've seen what we got in Justin, and it's not as good as Russell Wilson.
Right, that's basically what they're banking on. But do you have that? I just want to see it.
Is Patrick done? Is Patrick done?
Yeah, I think he's done.
For now, yeah.
Well, guys, your turn. Well, I'm gonna tell you.
Say what I said.
But Ron,
I understand why they went to Russell Wilson. I get it because they feel like he's gonna capitalize on those missed opportunities that Justin Fields had. So they feel like he's gonna be better, and that's what they brought him in for. And they want to win in spectacular fashion. So I get it.
Never do you ever take the ball out of a hot hand. That's bad luck. Now, I ain't never seen Steelers do something like that.
It's not a hot hand.
Normally when someone's winning, you let that person display until they start looking bad. Fields didn't really look bad, guys. When he played up, that thing was going back and forth. The ball was playing. Now,
He
Pastor, now you don't have to
overthrew 2 deep balls by 5
now,
yards.
that ain't the way this worked.
Go ahead, Pops. Finish.
He ain't gonna let me.
You can't let something like this stop you, dog.
He said a while ago, I can't let nobody talk bad about Dallas. You same way with your team. You don't want nobody to say bad nothing about it. But the bottom line is just, I ain't gonna say long. I'm just saying, Fields ain't really look that bad, guys, when you look at it. Now, when you playing against the Cowboys and they got their people on board, ain't many quarterbacks gonna get that ball off. It just ain't many gonna get it. I'm not saying they won't get it, but ain't many gonna get it. But all I'm telling y'all is this. I think Fields gave them the better chance until Russell Wilson is really ready. Now, Patrick says he's ready, so Patrick watched his team. He know more about his team than I do. See, I regret that. I ain't gonna sit there like I know more about Steelers than either of that. No, I don't. But I will say this. If my homeboy get in there get to messing up, do you go back to Fields? But his attitude and his confidence is gonna be shot.
Right.
And I'm telling you, if they took that ball out of that boy's hand when they shouldn't have, we're gonna find out, because I think Russell Wilson ain't quite the Russell Wilson y'all said he is.
He's a Russell Wilson that beat the Chiefs last year when nobody else could do it.
And
that was a year ago.
Yeah, and this is my thing too.
He's been hurt since then.
It's the same Russell Wilson.
Listen, guys, listen. This is my thing too.
But I was talking.
Well, you had stopped.
And it's a calf injury. And second of all, Russell Wilson again. It's almost like y'all banking on Russell Wilson to come in because y'all want Justin Fields to play more.
That ain't what we doing.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
see, he don't want nobody to talk.
All right, hear me out. Hear me out. Just 1 second, y'all. 1 second. My only thing about making that change, like I say, if it don't work out, if he comes out and this looks bad, you have to. Was they just gonna stick with Wilson at that point, or are you gonna go back? And if you go back, that's automatically gonna make it a quarterback controversy. That's my only thing.
It's already a quarterback controversy because.
Well, I told you that from the start. You said it wasn't.
No, well, what I'm saying is.
See, now you see how it is when you talk about your team. It's hard not to say
This is what I'm saying is.
I mean, y'all.
Well, you remember I said it was a quarterback controversy at the start of the season.
In my opinion, it's not a quarterback controversy. But for people who
doing the same thing with Steelers. Same thing.
For people who are rooting for Fields and want Fields to stay in, they make it a quarterback controversy. When really, Fields is not supposed to be playing right now anyway. If Russell Wilson had not had the calf injury,
he don't supposed to be playing right now.
He's not, because Russell Wilson
won the position.
He did not win the position. Russell Wilson won the position, Pops, but he had a calf injury.
I said he was hurt.
So my point is this: Justin Fields got beat out.
Every quarterback that I know gets in to play when somebody get hurt, right, guys?
My point is, you got to own up to what you say, Pops.
But he said Justin Fields got beat out because Russell was better. But because Russell got hurt, that's the only reason.
That's right.
And so he was the best thing.
No, he wasn't.
When the man got hurt, well, you ain't hear what I. No, he got hurt. They went to the next best thing, right?
You said that
he had beat him out in the competition. Is what I'm saying.
And you said that Justin Fields.
I just said the same thing. But
no, you said something
by default. He was starting by default.
Default.
Yeah, that's what that means.
When a man get hurt by default, the other guy got in. Okay.
That's default. Yeah. That's what that means.
He wouldn't have been starting otherwise.
And last but not least, let me give you a couple examples.
Ain't that's what the backup quarterback is for? When the first string came.
Let me give you a couple examples to show you the difference.
You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that, man.
Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, Justin Fields. What's the difference between a Tom Brady in his first start when Drew Bledsoe went down, Ben Roethlisberger in his first start when Tommy Maddox went down, and Justin Fields starting at the beginning of the season when Russell Wilson got hurt right before the first game?
I'll tell you the difference. Want me to tell you? You asked me.
I'm going to finish with
you don't want nobody
It's a hypothetical question. Hold on for a second.
But did he ask?
Here's the difference. with Tom Brady, you knew once Tom Brady got in the game that he was better than Drew Bledsoe.
Right then, we didn't know.
Yes, we did. Even a young Tom Brady. And for sure, beyond the shadow of a doubt,
Tom Brady
beyond the shadow,
y'all screaming.
Beyond the shadow of a doubt, we definitely knew once Ben Roethlisberger got in the game and you saw him play, you knew beyond the shadow of a doubt that Ben Roethlisberger was better than Tommy Maddox. That's not the same situation with this. Justin Fields is just a bridge quarterback right now, managing the game and trying not to lose the games, trying not to make many mistakes.
I talk about the Steelers, y'all.
Okay, with those other two situations, once that backup got in, that was a hot hand.
Oh, I know.
Ben Roethlisberger went 15. Ben Roethlisberger won 15 games in a row once he got in.
And I get like that occasionally.
Does that make sense? So that's the difference. That's a hot hand. This game here, we lost 2 games that we shouldn't have lost. And then the games that we did, they were all winning. We're not doing it in really pretty fashion. We're not putting up points. We're not taking advantage of red zone opportunities.
Y'all want to look better.
Well, and we should look for better.
Yeah. Defense is doing their job.
So the point I'm getting to is this: Justin Fields is not the hot hand. He's not hot. He's just above average. He's above board.
But if you're winning, you are a hot hand. No matter how you get it done,
Exactly.
you win.
That's what I've learned.
So a win is a win.
As long as you win, you got
any
a hot
kind of
hand.
way you get it.
Yeah,
it's hard to get it.
But we look at other situations where the
When we
backup.
played y'all was undefeated. Y'all had lost.
When we look at we went lost to the Colts. Pop.
But I mean, y'all was on a winning streak.
No, you said undefeated. So
I
now
said you was undefeated. It was a winning streak when we played y'all. Y'all had won 3 games back to back.
no, we had lost to the Colts. We had 3-1, Pops. Anyway, so what I was gonna say is, I'm sorry, Ron, real quick. So Justin Fields coming in Justin Fields' plan is not the hot hand. He's not hot. He's just basically managing the game, protecting the ball, trying not to have any turnovers.
Okay.
But when you overthrowing deep balls by 5 to 7 yards, when you inaccurate on some passes, when you can't see wide open men in the end zone and the red zone, right? When you're not going through your reads fast enough to get to those spots before you having to scramble, that's the stuff that I'm talking about.
We'll see how Russell do.
And that's the difference.
All right, let's.
Well, Ron, real
Go
quick.
ahead, Ron.
What about Arthur Smith?
What about him?
Take accountable. Does he match up the plays?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Better plays to help Justin Fields out. How about that?
Well, the offense coordinator should be accountable for what happens anyway. But here's my point. It doesn't take away from the fact that Justin Fields had inaccurate passes, that he didn't go through his reads fast enough, that he overthrew wide open go routes by 5 to 7 yards, and that he's not seeing wide open men in the end zone and the red zone. That ain't got nothing to do with Arthur Smith. These men are getting open.
Wait a minute. But it do touch away for the fact that he mentioned the wrong play.
No. You're deflecting onto whether or not you think Arthur Smith is doing a good job offensive coordinator. What we're talking about in essence is Justin Fields is not taking advantage of opportunities that he has with open receivers. And he's not going through his reads fast enough.
I thought it was gonna be quicker.
You see what I'm saying? So and then Justin Fields is not going through his reads fast enough to see.
No, what you're saying is true.
What the check box. So that ain't got that really can't fall on Arthur Smith.
If you call the plays run and the guys get open and you just missing the guys, that's not on.
That's not on Arthur Smith.
I know, but what I'm saying, call better plays. I watch.
What is he not missing? What is he missing?
If the guys are open when he called those plays, and the quarterback is not hitting those guys,
God,
it don't get no better than that. You got guys that's open, right?
Let's give an
So now, what do you say to that, Ron?
8 plays. 8 plays.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, this is a fact, though, right? Like, in other words, the plays he's calling is working. Now, quarterback got to execute.
Well, let me ask you something. Then. See, y'all, let me ask y'all a question. What is it if the quarterback hit the man right in the hand and he missed it? Then what? Is it the quarterback's fault?
These not these situations.
No, I'm asking a question, dude.
No, it's not the quarterback's
That's
fault.
not the quarterback's fault. No.
So go back to the Lions game. Dak hit 8 plays in the guy's arms and they missed it.
Of course.
Oh, is you gonna laugh about it now? You're funny, ain't it?
Of course.
Oh, that's where you was going with it.
I'm just saying, if we'd have had better receivers.
Shame.
Like that.
I will say this, Pop.
See, guys, y'all see what I mean? When Dak done something, it's different.
This is gonna hurt your feelings.
That was 8.
This is gonna hurt your feelings.
8 plays. Go look at the Lions and the Cowboy game. Dak hit 8 times where it could have been a touchdown. The guys called it and missed it. Now you can.
So you saying he missed 8 touchdown passes? 8?
I said 8
That would have been
times.
63 points.
Listen to what I said. I said he hit a man 8 times in the head and they missed it. That could have been the game if they had held him to the ball.
That's gay.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question, Pops.
No, you're not asking me a question. I was asking you a question.
And that what Martin said on Big Mama's house? That's gay.
What did y'all said just now when a quarterback hit a man in the hands? It ain't the quarterback. I say so that means if you go to the Lions game, Dak threw 8 plays where it could have made a difference in this game.
Let me ask you a question, Pops.
Yeah,
If you're willing to have a conversation with me, if not, then whatever.
I asked a question.
And we said that's not the quarterback's fault.
Okay, then that's it. I'm done then.
But then you tried you made it a Dallas Cowboys thing. You brought it up. So since you introduced it, we're gonna talk about it.
I was asking about that.
You brought it up.
I just asked a question.
Let me ask you a question.
Look, man, we gotta get to
out of those eight passes that was dropped, how many of those was gonna be touchdown passes if they were caught?
3 of them.
Okay, 47-9.
3 of them.
So if you take
the momentum.
If you take 21 points on the 9,
no, that ain't the way it works.
That's 30 points.
That ain't the way it works.
Y'all still get beat by 17.
When you score, no, that ain't the way it works.
Why can't you see that? They were the better team and they dominated y'all.
The momentum, guys.
Think about that. 3 more touchdowns.
He's saying if they would have scored, that would have changed momentum.
It would have.
And the possibly wouldn't have been.
Every time you score, the momentum changes, Ron. It's a lie. Every time a person scores, the momentum changes.
Not every time. Not every time.
That's a lie.
Because there's so many teams that go back and forth. Teams go back and forth like that all the time.
I'm not gonna do this. I ain't even gotta argue. Everybody in NFL land, everybody in this podcast know when people score, that changed the outcome of the. You just lying right now. That's all you just talking. Let's go.
Getting to the picks, guys.
Yeah,
time for the picks. It's picks.
Travis is just done with it. He's like, let's go.
Well, because he know I was telling the truth.
It's gonna go forever. Y'all going in a circle. It's gonna keep going.
It's like saying every time somebody scores, the momentum of the game changes.
Momentum.
All right, picks, guys.
Goes
the
back
picks.
forth.
We're going to the picks, guys.
Even Nate's like, what?
I don't care if Nate they said momentum counts.
Move forward, y'all. Let's go.
Trust me now.
We're going to the picks. I'm trying to move forward, y'all. Let's move
Nate said we thought that segment was over.
Your segment is over.
About the Lions.
I just asked the question, bro.
Dad, okay, the picks, guys. The picks. All right. The Thursday night game tonight. Broncos at the Saints. Who you got, Pep?
I picked the Broncos, and I think y'all two.
I picked the Saints.
Will you let us say what we picked, Patrick?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I picked the Saints too. My God, man.
I was a lone wolf on that, so you know what that means.
You ain't got to do that. We already done that.
We don't even know what Ryan picked first before you even hit that.
We done already done that.
Ryan, who'd you got? Who you ask him first?
Brown, can I talk one time tonight?
He ain't gonna let
nobody
go
ahead, Ryan.
It's out of control, man.
I hate the Saints. I would have picked Denver.
But no.
Would have or did?
What?
I did.
You picked Denver?
I picked Denver.
Okay, good job.
Okay. All right.
You're not the lone wolf.
I'm the lone wolf. The lone wolf applies to us, like us three.
Okay, next game. Pats. Pats at the Jags. Who you got, Pep?
Jags at home.
I got Jags also.
I got Jags.
Ryan?
Okay.
I don't trust the Jags. I got the Pats.
Okay, you got the Patriots. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The Jags have not been looking. I think they're 1-5. They have not been looking good. So I got the Patriots.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Next game. Lions at the Vikings. Pep, who you got?
This is game of the week, in my opinion.
Game of the week.
Jared Goff against Sam Darnold.
Let's go. This is going to be a beautiful one.
And I know, Kevin, you watching this. I love you, bro. But the Lions, like they came back into their form last week. They ran and passed. Their defense, everything. I got to go Lions on the road. I think they upset y'all. If it's an upset, it could go either way. I don't know if anyone would be an upset.
I'm going Vikings. They're 5-0. They're undefeated. And the defense is just as good as their offense. And they're clicking on all cylinders. And until somebody knock them off, I got to go with the hot hand. They definitely got the hot hand right now. Until the Lions knock them off, I got to go Vikings. And they at home. What do you got, Pop?
I should have said the Vikings, but I made a mistake and picked the Lions.
You can change it.
You can change
Can
it.
I change it?
Yeah, you got to exit out.
You got to exit out.
Like this?
You sure you want to do that?
No, don't ask me all that.
Yeah.
No,
Go
can't
ahead.
do that. Do I just go like that?
You got to exit out.
Big old X.
I've said across the Lions, X out.
Big old X across it. Yeah.
Like you was about to do. Big old
Okay,
X.
all right.
And then circle the other.
To circle
Circle
this
the
one.
other one, yeah.
I just picked it even look.
So you picked the Vikings.
Yes, I picked the Vikings.
All right. Ron, who you got?
Vikings.
Vikings, okay.
They the
okay.
best right now in the NFL, I think.
All right, next game. Miami
That's
at the
true.
Colts. Who you got, Pep?
I got the Colts. Miami's without Tua, man. Miami's struggling.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, I agree. I got the Colts also.
And I got the Colts.
Okay, Ron, who you got?
Even though the Colts have a backup, but their backup is better than Miami's backup.
Yeah,
Flacco.
Colts got Flacco, yeah. But Anthony Richardson is back though, so should be good.
Okay, should be good.
Next game, Texans at the Packers. Pap, who you got?
Man, this is a hard game. It's not. It could be the game of the week if the Lions wasn't playing the Vikings. Two young, up and coming quarterbacks that are playing good. God, this is a hard one. But C.J. Stroud seems to have momentum now. He seems to be coming into his own. And even though Jordan Love is back, he still might not be 100%. He might be like 95. So I got to go Texans on the road. I say they upset him at home.
I'm going Texans. It's a hard one. It's a toss-up. Another game of the week for me, Texans versus Packers. But I'm going Texans.
I'm going Packers on that one.
Okay. Ron, who you got?
Packers.
Going Packers?
Yeah.
Packers going to get this one, y'all.
All right, next game. We have Eagles at the Giants. Pat, who you got?
The Eagles should beat the Giants. They should. I'm going Eagles.
Why do you think they should beat the Giants?
They're a better team. Not by much.
The Giants are terrible, right?
No, I'm not saying they're terrible because the Giants actually look better than they've looked in a few years.
They terrible, bro.
But the Eagles should beat the Giants.
I like the Eagles too. I don't see the Giants winning this game. Who you got?
I got the Eagles. The Giants could upset this game, guys. The Giants have a tendency to stick it to those Eagles. Pause. But I'm telling y'all, this could be an upset.
Ron, who you got?
I got the Eagles. Saquon Barkley has been running all over the Giants.
I don't know, though.
Chip on his shoulder.
I don't know now. This is a division game, remember?
It might be. I understand where you coming from, Pops, but the way they did Saquon Barkley, he finna stitch it to him.
Okay, we'll see.
Kevin Milwaukee said the Lions ain't beat nobody. The only team the Lions have played is the Buccaneers, and they lost in Detroit to them. Kansas City lose to San Francisco, and guess what? Left by Sunday Night Football because they said they're gonna be the only undefeated left. Well, that's a good point. But next game, another game of the week for me. Seattle at the Falcons. Who you got, pal?
Of course, he's gonna say Lions ain't beating nobody. It's a division rival, and he hates the Lions.
I mean, but it's
go ahead, Falcons in Seattle, y'all. Come on.
Makes sense. Can't rush greatness, Pops.
What we talking Falcons?
I'm going Falcons. Falcons, y'all should beat the Seahawks.
I'm going Falcons also. I feel like, as long as we run the ball, stick to what we do, we should be fine. I'm a little concerned with Kenneth Walker running all over us, though. We're going to have to cut that down.
If they got a mobile
quarterback, at least make
quarterback.
adjustments in the second
If they got
half.
a mobile quarterback?
Donatello's the quarterback.
I'm saying.
Geno Smith.
I'm saying. That's what I say. Is he a mobile quarterback? Is he a mobile quarterback?
He can run. He can move.
Y'all have trouble with mobile quarterbacks.
He does all right.
He's as fast as he's ever been. I've seen this year. He's in really good shape. But who
I know. I'm gonna go with the Falcons though. I got.
If you got second,
No, I've been going to the Falcons the whole time. No, they'll have a team.
Okay.
But that Geno can.
Well, you can change it. That's what it's
I'm
for.
not changing it. Stop it.
Don't keep saying, "Oh, I'm going with that." But
I'm just saying, y'all have trouble with mobile quarterback. You do. Y'all do.
Right? Who you got, man?
I'm going ATL. 37-17.
Okay. Next game. Titans at the Bills. Pap, who you got?
I got the Bills.
We get to see Mari Cooper.
Brandon say Donatello about to fall off. Yes. He really looks like Donatello. That's crazy. When Brandon said it, I was like, man, I can't unsee it now. It's crazy.
You do kind of fave him, don't you?
He does look just like the purple one from back in the day.
The Brandon done messed it up for me because every time I see it.
Like, it's the eyes. It's in the eyes.
Oh,
when they have his helmet on.
You don't mess me up, Brandon. I be looking for him, man. Looking in his face every time.
Old turtle uniform.
I know.
Look.
You done messed it
The
up.
eyes, it's in the
I
eyes,
wish Brandon
bro.
never said that because every time I look at it, I laugh. Take it.
So, Patrick, who you got? Titans at Bills.
I can't help but looking at
Bills. Oh, you say I'm sorry.
Brandon, you're a mess, man. You're a mess.
I got the Bills too. I think this might be a little closer game than people think though, but I got the Bills. And like I say, Amari Cooper over there. Let's see what he does.
Oh, you gonna see?
Who you got, Pop?
I'm going with the Bills. Watch how he take the top off. Go, Patrick.
Who you got, Run?
I got the Bills. Will Levis, for the last the last 4 games, he been throwing interceptions.
Yeah.
And we had a chance to get Mari Cooper, and Jerry passed it. God dang it.
Next game, Bengals at the Browns. Bengals at the Browns. Pap, who you got?
I have the Bengals. The Bengals should beat the Browns.
Yeah, they should.
We all picked the Bills, right?
We all picked the Bills.
I got the Bengals also. And it's the Browns are a dumpster fire right now.
They started off okay. The Bengals. Browns.
Who you got, Ron?
Browns is
I
left
got
down.
the Browns.
I just think the Browns just need to take a load off.
They need a couple
and get a team discount of massages, and I think they'll be fine.
See, that didn't make sense. Now see, that's what I'm talking about
I'm
right
just
there.
saying, I think they'll be fine, bro.
He ain't gonna never let y'all ain't gonna never let. Who won that game?
All right, Panthers at the Redskins. Pap, who you got?
It's the Commanders. I got the Commanders.
The mama call them Redskins. I'm gonna call them Redskins. So that's who you got.
I got the Commanders, man. The Redskins.
Yeah, I got the Redskins. They're gonna always be the Redskins to me. I got the Redskins.
We all picked the Bengals.
I got the Commanders.
Yeah,
I got the Commanders.
Ron?
They're the Redskins.
I got Commanders. They got Lionel Richie in the
They're the
locker room,
Redskins,
right?
but yeah.
Oh my God.
I got the Commodores.
You said Lionel Richie? Is that what you call it? What the young man? Caleb, what's his name?
No, he's calling Commodores because Commanders, Commodores, Lionel
Commodores.
Richie.
Lionel Richie, you get it, Pops?
Yeah, I get it.
You now.
All right, next game, Raiders at the Rams.
I say the Rams pulled us out, man.
Is the Rams getting back anybody, Brandon? He gone.
He's probably in the comments though.
Okay.
Because his phone had died.
Because right now they hurting like we are.
And we just lost Brandon like the Rams losing their players, so I'm still going with Rams.
I'm not. I'm going with the Raiders. Because they bad. They're hurting like we are.
Who you going with, Ron?
I got the Rams.
The Rams. Oh, you ain't taking your boy Brock Bowers this time?
Who'd you pick, Pops?
Raiders.
Oh, you got the Raiders.
Yeah.
All right. Next game, Chiefs. Another game of the week. Game of the week.
That's
Chiefs
game of the week
at
right
the
there.
49ers.
That is a game.
Now you know they're not gonna let the Chiefs win or lose on the road.
I don't know.
Okay,
Well,
well,
49ers still
Chiefs.
missing
I'm
they
going
had
Chiefs.
back. Yeah.
I'm going Chiefs also. Who you got, Pop?
I'm
McCaffrey out.
I'm going with the Chiefs because their running back is out. They are now just a normal team. Now he'll come back when we get to him. Watch and see.
Okay,
I
Ron,
love
who you
with the
got?
team because C might be out for the rest of the season.
Who is that?
CNC. McCarthy.
Yeah. Now see, like, watch it come back when we play him. That's how I look.
The way they talking,
Nah, he
he
ain't
might
coming
not
back,
come
bro.
back
He might
this
be coming
year.
back.
He's hurt that
He might
bad?
not be coming back period. They say he got tendonitis in both
Look,
legs.
I predicted at the beginning of the year.
legs.
They say he got tendonitis like arthritis in
Look,
both legs. So
I
he might be done.
predicted at the beginning of Travis about to this. I predicted at the beginning of the year that he would get hurt. But I didn't know he gonna get hurt for the whole season. I said he'll probably get hurt. And he got
Panthers
hurt.
was running them the whole time. Maybe that had some effect.
And I told Travis the way they running him, he'll get hurt. Travis said, Dad, I said, you watch and
That
see.
had nothing to do with him. It's like.
But
one
that's
of
what I
those
predicted.
things. Overworking them probably from.
But did I not
Carolina is what
predict it
happened.
though?
No, you didn't.
Oh, okay.
Next game, you said it, but you say everybody gonna get hurt. You always do.
No, I don't. No, I pick him and they normally
Next
do.
game, Ravens.
Don't want to give me no props, bro.
Another game of the week. No. I'm
No.
sorry, I skipped. Jets at the Steelers. Who do you
The
got?
disrespect. You just skipped our game, man.
My bad.
Wow.
It's not important enough, man. And then I was like,
Yeah, I
nah,
get
let me
that
go
now.
back.
I get that.
My fault.
He playing against Aaron Rodgers, ain't he?
Yeah.
And, Devontae
And the
Adams.
guy he was talking about, he
Devontae
playing against the
Adams.
guy he was talking about, ain't he? Okay.
And Steelers and Russell Wilson makes his first start. So who do you got, Pep?
Aaron Rodgers been
Of course I
looking at
got
everything you
Steelers.
said tonight.
You sure you want to go to Steelers? I mean, you sure?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go Steelers also on this. Russell Wilson better not let me down. I'm gonna give him a chance. We'll see.
I'm
What
gonna
you
go
got?
with the Steelers because I like the Steelers, but y'all know what? Aaron Rodgers had everything. we
Well, then
said.
go there, Rodgers.
It's 33-3. Broncos over the
Look
Saints.
what just happened.
Good
Look just what
grief,
happened.
Y'all,
man.
this thing
I
is
saw
rigged.
that.
NFL is rigged.
It's ridiculous. Ron, who you got?
I got the Steelers.
Ain't no way the Saints will be beating them like that. Saints come out this year, everybody talking how good they were. Now look
All
at
right,
them.
this is the game I meant to say.
They are injured, Pops.
Another game of the week.
Their car's out.
Another game of the week.
Yeah.
Ravens at the Bucks. Who you got, Pep?
not a game of the week.
That's another game of the week. That's gonna be a good game. Bro.
I don't think it's
Ravens at the Bucks. That's gonna be a good
I don't think it's a game.
Them both teams putting up 40-something points, 30-something points. It's gonna be a good game, bro.
That ain't the game of the week.
It's not.
Bro, that's like the fourth. What we got? Let's see.
It ain't the game of the week.
Ravens.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Go ahead. What you doing?
That's 5 games of the week. That's gonna be good. And what I mean by that,
A
when I
game
say
of the
that,
week
that means
is
good games.
It's just that. You got to pick one.
I get it. No, this is our rules. We make the rules over
Ravens
here.
or the Bucks, y'all.
This ain't the NFL. This is.
If you had out of those 5, which one's the
Ravens
most? The most
or the
fair enough?
Bucks,
These are
guys.
all the main ones. I'm going with the Ravens on this.
I got Ravens too. by the
I'm
way.
going with Ravens.
Who you got? Ryan?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Okay.
Okay.
Next game, Chargers at the Cardinals.
Last game.
This is a little hard for me right here.
I got Chargers though.
I got the Chargers also.
And I got the Chargers, but I started not to pick them though.
Who you got, Ryan?
I got the Cardinals.
Cardinals been kind of hurt.
Cardinals is kind of coming up on the low, like on the come up.
No, they not run.
At the very worst.
Bring it together with Marvin Harrison Jr. They starting to come together.
So
Michael Wilson,
let me lay this out for y'all. At the very least,
James Conner running the ball.
at the very worst, I tie with you, Trav.
What's the cheater? What's the cheater?
And I tie with you at the very worst.
We got the same things.
We only pick 2 games different, and I'm gonna win this game.
Which
so.
games are that? Oh yeah, that one. What else? What's the other one? We ain't talking about that. What's the other one?
The Lions and the Vikings.
Damn it!
Who did you go for?
Like that little girl say, shit. You know that little.
Brandon's back. Brandon, let's see. Okay.
Ron, I ain't gonna be able to catch them, bro. This
Cooper
is crazy.
Kupp. Brandon said Cooper Kupp might be back this week. Cooper Kupp might be back this week.
Oh, now that'll be great.
She was just looking
If
around.
Cooper's back now, I'd have went with my guys. Man.
And then he said something about Jordan Mason is hurt too. Who's Jordan Mason? Is that the Raiders?
Their backup Jordan Mason is hurt too.
Is that the one tonight?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Is that the Raiders? Oh man, that's rough.
I didn't know he was hurt.
Brandon Howard said, "I knew he was doomed."
It don't matter. Rams gonna win this.
He said, "I knew he was doomed when they put him on the cover of Madden."
Yeah,
it'll cost you that every time.
It'll cost you.
It'll cost
So
you.
will, Brandon. So will.
Y'all another
You're right, Brandon. It'll cost you every time. Everybody that been on Madden, they didn't fare too good.
Travis.
Guys, those conclude the
Yeah,
picks.
Pops picked the. Never mind, I ain't gonna say nothing.
What you say, number?
I said that y'all another topic for next week.
Madden, yeah, we'll talk about that. So Madden, yeah. Ain't nobody broke that curse yet.
Yeah, we'll see about it. But anybody else got anything else to say before we end this? Let's conclude the
Everybody
picks.
like and share the show.
Yeah, subscribe if you're not subscribed.
Appreciate it.
Hit the bell so you get notifications when we go live on Thursdays at 7:30. And anything you want to say, Pop? No.
Yeah, Brandon said that Jordan Mason is the 49ers running back.
Oh,
So he's the backup for Christian.
He ain't captain, so we don't worry about it.
okay, yeah.
What he's saying is that's gonna be.
I like him though. I like that back. He's good.
He do a little something.
Well, is there anything you want to say?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well,
Look at that dude got that pick bag on.
Life after Drew is what he says.
Look at that.
all right. Well, you want me to send this off? We done.
Yeah, make sure.
I'm done.
Anything else? Yeah, we done.
Ron, anything else you want to say before we end this?
Peace.
Peace,
Like I
Brandon.
said, appreciate you coming on, man.
Brandon,
being,
thanks
being
everybody
part
for
of the
tuning
show.
in.
We appreciate you, man.
Thanks
Don't think
everybody
we
for
don't,
tuning
'cause we do.
Brandon, we know your phone died, so
And I want to say thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
till next time, guys. Peace in the Middle East. Thank y'all.
Peace.